At the term cognitive dissonance, people being unwilling to acknowledge what is right in front of their face. It is obvious that our economic system is in a shambles, that the dollar is worthless. We have a police state. Our police are dressed like the military. They act like the military.
If some foreign dictator came here and took over, what the fuck, wouldn't you react? Wouldn't you do something? But since it's a domestic terrorist, right? It's a domestic fucking tyrant, a domestic king, you know, hey, it's okay. He's our king. He's... Hallelujah.
We're gonna do this cowboy style.
Out here, got our 3% flag going.
you got some time, stop in, check it out. If there's room, anybody's welcome. We always welcome anybody's opinion.
All you need is a thirst for good conversation, my friends. Come join us.
Tell me what you think. Join us at the Green Dragon tonight. Tell me what you think.
That one's for you, Mule.
It up. That's why I had the suppressor on when we were shooting over.
What's up?
It helps a lot.
What's up, ladies?
Yeah, I saw that comment. Oh, that wasn't no 10 pounds. I know 10, all right? That was more like 2 pounds max. Like, I don't know about your, yours. It looked bigger on mine, but.
That's what they all say.
Yeah. What's up, gents?
I'm just glad we're all
No,
back,
that was
safe, alive.
that was a
no
full
all
10
fingers.
pounds.
Yeah.
But
You
I,
want one?
no,
You want a
I'm
finger?
good.
Chicken finger, maybe.
But I think what happened is maybe I hit the bucket a little bit first, and it leaked out onto the ground.
Yeah.
So it was probably
No,
half a pound.
No, it was that 10-inch barrel that covered up the audio from the 10 pounds. That's what
Yeah,
it
I
was.
agree. Yeah, I felt the shockwave. And if your dad felt it,
Well, wait a minute. Wasn't
Yeah,
Rooster's girlfriend the one that felt it, like, all over?
the tingly parts.
The tingle. Yeah. What's up, Mule? How are you doing in the chat? I was not able to pin the comment tonight for some reason in order to, I threw out the link like I normally do. Can't come in, but we'll watch. Okay, so Mule's just going to watch. He's going to voyeur. All right, fine.
Dipped out. So yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I feel good. I'm glad that everything went good. So Rooster came over tonight.
Yeah.
How's he doing? Good. He didn't come back, so we must have scared him off.
No, he had to work all week.
Yeah.
Surprised he come by today, but
Yeah. Oh. Yeah, it kind of sucks to be back. Like, I don't know. But that's how it goes. That's how my vacations always are. I feel like shit because I got to go to fucking work tomorrow.
it's the way it
I
felt
moved to
for my
Texas, but-
staycation.
Yeah. Yeah. There's too many crazy people that live in Texas.
My kind of crazy, though.
Yeah. That was good.
Hold on, I got
Uh-oh.
to mute myself yet.
Roxy's coming to bite the fish just sees East Texas.
Yeah, somebody's close, and she's not happy about it right now.
Cuz is about to get bit. So yeah, I'm glad the drive went good. I'm glad everybody's alive. Our drive was good.
Mine was horrendous.
Fuck you.
Bad, man. You had to walk. What was that? Maybe 50 yards?
Well, I like having a range in my yard.
Yeah.
I was gonna go to the range today, but it was 40 degrees. So yeah, pretty uneventful today. Yesterday was crazy, fucking unpacking everything and trying to get everything to fit in the refrigerator.
Mule Team says
then the
now
same-
Pre-Don. Sorry to interrupt. Pre-Don wants to move to Texas. Next time you gotta take him fishing, cause we talked about fishing in that pond a few times.
We did. I'm
Even
gonna
with
bring my rods.
Yeah. I got rods. I got old rods from my wife's father that definitely need to be repaired, but it'd be kind of fun. I haven't fished in years.
I don't remember who was talking about fishing besides us. Michelle, maybe, from the gun range. He was talking about fishing or something. I don't remember.
Hmm.
I was wasted most of the time. But
Well, you got a good
it was
interview.
good. I'm glad we ran all over. Yeah, it was good. And actually, the interview turned out good. I used the cut where you were walking around in the background. Fucking,
Nice.
It was so fucking funny. Oh shit, I was laughing my ass off when I watched it. And that's the only reason I used that cut. It's because you were walking by, you walked by, and looked at the camera all weird. Oh, it was so fucking funny. But it turned out good. I can't wait till you guys see the footage.
Yeah, I'm surprised you don't. I'm surprised you don't upload them all and then schedule them. That's what I used to do when I had like a whole bunch of footage. I just upload them all, schedule them out for like a day apart.
I would like to check on how my YouTube channel
You
is
still
doing
have
too.
a whole bunch
Though,
of footage.
All right.
Yeah, I got a bunch of footage that Cuz took with my camera that I haven't even gone through yet. I didn't even fucking because see, whoa shit. With his camera, like the 3 or 480 whatever, I can watch that shit right now. But with my fancy dancy 4K, it doesn't fucking load with the shit. So I gotta figure something out. Fucking Stinger's getting raided.
No, that's just my neighbor. My apologies.
Oh. Yeah, so if you could generalize your favorite time, one favorite thing that you did this whole last week, Stinger.
Oh my god,
What
why
would
you
it
starting
be?
with why you starting with me?
Good person to start with.
I don't know. Margaritas? That was fun.
Oh shit.
That's too hard, right? There's a few of them for me that stand out. The hunting trip that we took, the pond dam that we blew.
Only one. You can only have one.
Yeah, see, I'll go with margaritas because that was good.
Yeah. The story was good. Watching Riddle Girl point at the American flag and say, "Stop blowing in the wind."
Stop in the face.
Stop blowing in the wind. That was pretty funny.
ATF aim low Stinger. His mule team because of the dog. Drive through margaritas. Riddle Girl. She liked them. And Lance Corporal Veteran. Too bad you can M. I don't know what that means.
I think mine was a stop sign because it was funny when Cuz was laughing so fucking hard his ribs started hurting. That was good.
Yeah, that was. I didn't see what happened in the truck, but I was like, oh, there's a stop sign there. We'll go get it. Don't have to tell my ass twice. Let's go.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was good.
I put Cuz on the spot, but fuck, he won't be able to tell me what his favorite part was.
Trying to pull the teeth of the boar, shattering it in my
Giggle
face.
fit. Getting a giggle good. You brought that.
Yeah. Oh, and he's gone.
And he's gone.
Yeah.
I'm sure he'll be back shortly.
Being able to accomplish some stuff was cool. Yeah, get things done. Get his AR running was cool. And actually, Dead Winter called me yesterday when I was in the hotel. He called me and he said, you know, that East Texas Outlaws video was really informative about the bolt carrier group with the upper and lower not closing. And he said, man, that was a very good video because he actually learned that his was totally out of spec just by the East Texas Outlaw video. So that was cool. He goes, I really appreciate you guys posting that video. And because he's a mechanical kind of guy too. And he was pumped that he got his working right and it won't destroy the trigger. So before you left, cuz, what were you saying?
I don't remember.
Your favorite
What was your
moment?
favorite part?
Getting the bolt carrier going, getting pre-death recognized at the college,
Yes.
and nobody knew who I was, and then going through the fucking punk ass community we went through, and motherfuckers like, yeah, I know Pre-Dawn. Yeah, that was pretty good. That was good.
The lady.
And
gave
last
you-
week, that was fun.
Yeah. You know they felt forced to tell you that they knew me, right? No.
I think they knew you.
Oh man.
You don't automatically lie. You don't automatically lie about shit like that. And then I automatically go, you ever heard of East Texas Outlaw?
Nope.
Nope.
That was Freedom.
That's funny.
I think what it was is they didn't believe us that it actually was Pre-Dawn.
Yeah.
That's what I think that happened.
No.
That's crazy. Could have done some autographing, I guess.
Yeah. Next time we'll have to say, you know Matt from Demolition Ranch? No, this is Pre-Dawn. But he watches Matt too.
Yeah.
Be signing titties and all kinds of shit.
Yeah. I actually like going into the Asian liquor store. That was fun for me. That was fun. Just me and Cuz walked in. Hey, you know Pre-Dawn Death? She's like, we got vodka. Vodka. We got Grey Goose. Grey Goose vodka. Tito's. We have Tito's vodka. And then we got back in the truck and that random dude just came up to the window like,
Yeah. Like, really?
you can't drink this early in the day, but vodka. I was like, what the hell? Cuz must know this guy. He didn't.
People are just that
Some
friendly in
random-
Texas that they go up to people's car and start yapping at them, I guess.
Yeah, he's lucky he didn't get any closer. It might have been
He's a bunch of
aerated. No, he was friendly. It's just weird people. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'm not used to hospitality, but that dude was like, hey, what's going on? I was like, oh shit, he's gonna kill me.
Yeah, I'm not used to it either. We have homeless people that do that here in the valley, and some of them can get very violent, and you gotta be ready for that shit. So I was ready for that shit. As well as Pre-Dawn, I saw you kind of
Oh, I was ready.
lean into the side.
I was definitely ready. What's up, Caitlin?
Not much.
Little fucker.
There's Caitlin. All right, let me read a couple of chats. We got Mule. Yeah, I like those kind of videos, and Cuz's video is
Hello.
educational. What's up, Caitlin? LMAO, that was so fun. Cuz yelling at everyone, hey, it's Pre-Dawn Death from YouTube. Have you ever heard of him? Says a little girl. He's much shorter in person. And Pre-Dawn was the star. We all made sure that everybody knew who we were running with. And oh yeah, and you're my second. Oh, Riddle Girl's second favorite. Did I miss your first favorite thing, Riddle? What was it?
Drive-through margaritas.
Drive-through margaritas was Riddle Girl's favorite. Her second favorite thing, other than the drive-through, was Rich Netherly being so funny after I told him I subbed him. Dude, if you go watch his video, I don't know if
Yeah.
you watched it, but you're in his video and he has a little thing that says confirmed first female subscriber right on his video.
Really?
Yeah, you gotta go watch that. I was watching that on my phone
shit.
last night. I was like, oh my God, she was already asleep, so I forgot about it, right? But that reminded me of it. It's hilarious.
Oh, I thought it was funny as fuck too.
And Pre-Dawn had the FRT ready. Yeah. You definitely had yours dialed in. Mine, of course, I put mine in the piston system, which I didn't completely destroy, but I know that it's just a matter of a few more magazines until it won't run anymore. So
Yeah.
it's like, why even bother at that point? When I tried to do the mag dump with the 150 rounds with the right buffer, and it was hiccuping every, I don't know, 5 or 6 rounds. I was like, I'm not gonna try to do this with a 150 green tip in today's economy. I would rather just destroy the plate with shotgun shells than waste almost $150 worth of ammunition, anywhere else you buy it now.
Right.
Oh.
Yeah, I really enjoyed meeting Rick and then Rooster and his lovely girlfriend. That was cool. That's
I did see that just now. That's my only confirmed.
She just watched.
Yeah.
That shit's hilarious.
That's one cool thing about YouTube is actually meeting like-minded people. And I was telling my 90-year-old grandfather about the trip and about what went down, and he was like, that is really cool that you can meet somebody like Cuz, from East Texas, and be able to just go out there and just fucking be just in tune right away. It was just like I already knew him, you and Riddle Girl, and it was just like we were already there. We were already in tune, and it was badass right from the beginning. The fire the first day was a fucking blaze.
Yeah.
And it was just it was a great time, and we definitely shook East Texas while we were there, and that's the goal. Maybe just a little portion of East Texas.
Are your neighbors happy that we're gone now?
Excuse me.
Yeah. Finally, I can get some sleep.
Too many East Texas cigarettes.
I finally got honked at today.
Oh, really? Yeah, that's good. That's good.
After all y'all be here, he's like, honk, honk, thank you.
Yeah. No reports of injuries this week.
Yep, nobody left anything in the freezer other than Rooster, so that's good.
It was good. I felt like a real gangster driving around in Cuz's F-150 in the passenger seat with a 300 blackout pistol, a night and day vision scope on it. I felt real operator. I wish we could have had the comms headsets on and we could have all just been, instead of just looking over at each other and talking, we could have just, calmed it. That would have been cool.
Bump helmets.
Yeah, that's one thing that me and Caitlin are going to do is we're going to practice in my truck. We haven't done that a lot. Like for her, I can totally ride around in the passenger seat or even the driver's seat and dispatch threats as needed. But Caitlin's never done it very much, so it's a little different with a suppressor.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to picking up one of them scopes for myself. I'm also going to be looking at getting the quick disconnect mount for my suppressor so that I can not have to worry about that shit no more. That'll be nice.
Yep. Yeah.
I did show Rooster the walkie-talkie here today. Holy shit! I gotta get one of them for my headset. I said, I already got you one, dipshit. He's like, "Ooh,
it's right here.
What'd you get two? I'm like, who am I gonna talk to? Myself?
That's funny. That's cool though. We got to test them, so we know they work.
Except for Riddle Girl doesn't know how to pause. It's like, I can't hear anything he's saying. Why doesn't he talk? I have no idea. He just doesn't talk to me at all. I mean, I'm telling you hello this whole time. You never respond to me. I'm like, I can't because you have to be quiet for half a second.
Yep. Gotta know how comms work. Or even radios,
Well, it doesn't have a push to, it's not like an old push to talk radio kind of thing. I think that's what she was expecting.
Right.
Except for she wasn't pushing to talk to.
Yeah. So I only got fucked with on the way home one time, and it was for an hour. A full, solid hour. You get them fuckers that, this dude was, I think, I don't know if he was from Kansas, but we were just coming into Iowa. And this dude passed me at a high rate of speed, and I was like, hey, that's cool. He's fucking moving. And then he pulled right in front of me and then slowed fucking way the fuck down. So then the cat and mouse ensued. I'd pass him
Yeah.
with my cruise set. I'd pass him, set my cruise again, same speed. He'd pass me, slow the fuck down. And then eventually, there's slow semis in the driving lane, and
Right.
I'd go to pass him, and then he'd pull out in front of me, and then ride next to the semi for about 20 miles, blocking the passing lane. Fuck, I was getting pissed. But that's normal. People must have their own thing. I just like to fuck with people, or they get sleepy, so they got to play games.
Neil
But
says,
that's
"Damn you, Jeremy, for that." Now I'm really jelly. I don't know. I guess.
He typed that after he was talking about how everybody was just kind of gelled and fused and cool together right from the very
Oh, it
start.
was. It was a fun time. I was at the Justin's Final Mission on foreign and domestic, and it's a shame that the women don't shave off their beards or their hair. LOL.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Eric shaved his head.
For Justin's Final Mission.
Yeah, there's some drama going on there with the company. I don't know if I
Oh
should
no.
mention the company, but there's some drama where they because there's a company that runs Justin's Final Mission.
Right.
Well, they actually after all these years, they had a change in leadership, and then the new leadership came in, took all the Justin Fitch stuff completely off of their website, and don't want anything to do with the Justin Fitch thing anymore. So they're trying to get a different what do you call that, fundraiser type website set up just for Justin, for taking donations for Justin's Final Mission. And
That's
so
a
Eric
shame.
shaved his head tonight. I took a nap and I woke up and I was like, ooh, fucking the round table's on. I'm gonna watch this. And I turn it on, and the first thing I see is Eric's bald face. And I was like, what the fuck? He is ugly as shit. I mean, I knew he was before, but now he's even uglier.
Bald is definitely different. Yeah. I did bald once. I immediately regretted it. Stream heard of me, says Fuzzy Fork. Yeah, Real Girl, good to see everyone in a good mood. Yeah, it was a fun time. I hope everybody had a great, relaxing vacation and ready to get back at it this week. As much as you can be. No.
No, I want to go back. I mean, just the camaraderie of the whole thing was just awesome for me. I mean, I've gone a lot of places, but just the people, and then just the environment, just being, like Cuz was saying, he's got a range in his backyard, and I know a lot of you probably in the chat or people that are out there have that, right? So, but for a guy like me that doesn't have that, or people that are struggling to be able to shoot in their state, even, it's kind of, it was just nice to be able to show up at his, so here's the rundown. Wake up in the morning in a cow pasture. I was in a cow pasture in his mother's travel trailer, which I greatly appreciate. It was a great stay, and there's nothing like opening your eyes in the morning and you look out the window and all you see is pasture and cows. That's, for me, there's nothing greater in life to be able just to know that there's still places in the United States that are totally just, I don't know how to say it, not unsettled, but
I would have loved it for you guys to see the place that we had up in Ashford. That was a lot of fun. We didn't have an actual range set up yet. We didn't stay. We weren't there long enough, but 40 acres. The house was right in the middle of it. We had a slope down and a slope up, so you could, have a berm or you could shoot for distance.
Yeah. And then being able to wake up and look across the pond, and see all the smoke on the water, and then get in the truck, drive over to Cuz's, which is half a block, through the cow pasture, and then where are we eating? Where are we going? And then we go and then do our thing all day, and then drive back through the pasture at night alongside the cows, and I'd roll my windows down, of course, and harass the cattle like me. That's just me. I'm wasted. Just, hey, what's up, sexy?
I drank so much alcohol, so much more than I should have drank. My doctor would be so mad at me right now.
But I think Cuz has a very nice piece of freedom. You know, it's really awesome to see your little piece of heaven there that you have. And in my opinion, you were living the American dream. You know, you're living the dream, whether you still have to work or not. I mean, at least you're your own kind of, not your own boss. You have 20 bosses, but you know, it's cool.
I think you
Very
like the
cool.
reverse action on the way to the tunnel.
What was that?
I think you like the reverse section going down to the ponds looking for nutria and otters.
Yeah, definitely. Like I told you, I mean, you totally made me feel like a G, you know, the whole time. It was just, you know, there's no other times, but even in my area, you know, we can't pest control hunt, you know, so you have, for you, the thing is that's your everyday, right? Or not every day, but that's your thing. Like riding around with your friends or even by yourself with a 300 blackout pistol sitting in the passenger seat, you know. But for me, you know, you're like, pre-dawn, jump out the truck, scan the bank, you know. I was born for that shit. Like that's how that is great. You know, I get out and I'm like, dude, this is fucking amazing. I'm out in the middle of a fucking field at night and with a rifle, like just checking shit, and anything that I see and recognize as a pest, I can shoot in the face.
Yeah.
You know, that's, for me, that was a very big deal just to me. And when I say that, I'm sure you're like, oh fuck, I do that all the time. But for a person like me, it
That's
was definitely
that's what I was
a
looking
G
forward
moment.
to. Yeah, that's what I was looking forward to a lot. That's why I kept asking if we were going to do that too, because I'd gone to Texas a year and a half ago to see Glauker Bob, and I wanted to go then, you know, hunting some hogs, and that never happened. And I was like, okay, well, we might have a chance of going now. And yeah, that was a lot of fun. Too bad we only got one hog, and it wasn't the way we wanted to get it, but I mean, it was
Yeah.
comical.
But that, and just that part was, you know, everybody was laughing. We were fucking, just the way that he got it was the epic. You know, it was just once in a lifetime thing. But you know, I would be a fucking. It'd be so fun to just set up somewhere and walk. You know, get out of the vehicle if you know the area, park the truck, and walk for a couple miles. You know,
Right.
at night or in the evening. You know, and just fucking even hunt over bait. Here we can't hunt over bait.
Explain that. I don't know anything about all that.
I don't know what the cuz will have to elaborate, but like so in gone.
I ain't explaining shit, Pre-Dawn. I'm
So in
guessing
Minnesota,
you bait your prey and then you shoot it, and that's not allowed. That's my guess,
right?
right? But
Yep, that's the
okay,
guess. But and a lot of people, there's issue with that because of the sportsmanship thing,
yeah,
you know. And I kind of also think it's stupid for
depends. Are you
people,
getting a trophy or are you getting food?
right? And that's the deal. Is like for pest control, I would totally be up for hunting over bait, meaning that you have a feeder, you know,
Yeah.
and like you see, it was either Bohemian Hunting Club or there was a couple other channels. So could you clarify? Because as far as hunting over bait, is that just for pest control or is that for deer? You can hunt over bait in East Texas.
Saw those feeding stands. Well, that's a nice shot.
You can't hunt a watermelon patch. Deer.
Okay.
I wonder what you hunt at a watermelon patch that you're not supposed to. Pigs. Let me read up on chat while waiting on, because the Justin's people went from nonprofit to for-profit. I really enjoyed meeting and chatting with Caitlin, says little girl. Miss ETO and Ashley. Great ladies. Fuzzy Fork says, got to go. Sister calling in later, guys. See you, Fuzzy. Mule Team says, had to go and see the skinhead. Oh, I'm guessing Ebomi. There you go. We could just all shave our heads bald. That'd give him more reason. Call us
Yeah.
names.
Well, they raised a lot of money doing that, I guess.
Oh, that's good.
$3,000.
Jesus. I wouldn't get $3,000.
Yeah. So there's, like, and I'm not trying to dog on Ted Nugent or anything, but he has all his animals, his trophies, like in pens.
Mm-hmm.
So he just walks out his back door and he goes, well, I want to get a trophy antelope today. Get the bow, and there they are right there. There's no sport in that.
Right.
And I can see how people would be upset about hunting over feeders because they got to come and feed. They're going to take a free meal.
Yeah.
But as far as like pest control, like hogs in Texas or wherever, I think it's a great idea because you're drawing them in. You're trying to kill as many as you can in any way you possibly can, right? So it'd be cool to set up a feeder or have a feeder and then just set up on it. Just wait, and then
We
sniff
kind of
them
did
off.
that. We kind of did that with the coyotes. I mean, by dropping all the kills in that one area. I don't know if Cuz comes back, we can get a report on how that went.
Yeah,
but
even Rick Netherly, I think I can't, don't quote me, but I think I did. Yes, I did see some video of hog kills on his channel with a feeder. And that'd be the ultimate because you know where they're going to be. And you're not really claiming a trophy out of that. But for big bucks, people that have plots, I watch these hunting shows and they plant all year. They plant alfalfa, and they do all this shit and they almost condition the deer. Guaranteed, they're almost guaranteed a trophy every year. They just get bigger and bigger and bigger. So that kind of hunting is kind of meh. But if you need it to eat for your family,
right,
that's what you got to do.
Irish says, deer you can't hear unless they're eating crops, no baiting or feeding boxes, or it's criminal. Hogs are a nuisance, so you can kill at a feed and bait sites. All right, well, there you go. I don't know. Yeah, I've never gotten a hunting license, so I've never went on. Oop, here he comes. What's up, cuz?
He's back. We need to poke him. That's all right. So explain the. We'll wait. I can wait. I didn't ask you that when I was there. Explain the bait thing and the watermelon patch thing.
I'm not going to explain the watermelon patch thing, but the corn, you can put corn out. You can put out deer. You can do corns. You can do bean patches. You can do whatever you want. Do pigs or nuisance. So pretty much you can bait anything.
Huh. That's good to know.
Coyotes,
because I saw
like the pig, like the pig down there. You can bait them. You cannot bait. Shoot at. What do you call them? Buzzards. We can't shoot those.
Yeah. Well, we know that now. Oh shit! So has there been any activity on the hog?
That thing is about down to nothing.
Already?
They worked on it.
Oh, did they?
Hard.
So people that are in the audience that have no clue what we're talking about, we did end up shooting a hog. Well, we shot it, but
Eventually.
so yeah, eventually. So
Sorry.
I guess we could maybe tell the story. Everybody in the comments has no clue what we're talking about, but we went out one evening and drove around looking for feral hogs to pest control on, and we happened to see a medium-sized black pig, and it ran right in front of the truck, and Cuz slammed it in park, and I wanted to get some footage through the Wraith 2X by Sightmark, and so I was trying to hit the record button, and I obviously lost this pig because he got into the woods. The woods are very thick there around his area. And so we got back in the truck, went down to the end of the road, turned around, came back, and apparently this is the way I think it went, is the pig came out of the woods and started running next to the truck, and Stinger is actually out the back passenger window.
I'm looking for everywhere, and I'm like,
yeah.
Oh. Anyway.
And so there's a big hog, or a medium-sized hog, running next to the truck, and then it ran underneath the back wheels of the truck. So all you hear is the thump, thump, squeal, squeal. And then Cuz gave her some reverse action, put it in reverse, and then thump, thump. And then it was in front of the truck. And the next thing I hear is, shoot him! Get out of the truck and shoot him in the face! So that's what happened. I got out of the truck, shot him in the face a couple times, threw him in the back of the truck, and then we drove it and the other pests back to an area on Cuz's property.
Yeah,
and he was going to use it for bait for coyotes, so that when coyotes come in, he could easily, drunkenly, from his number 8 chair in his own yard, shoot him in the face. Yeah.
So we had seen a group or a herd of them. I don't know how big a herd it was, but we had seen a herd. I had the gun, but there was no round in the chamber, obviously for safety reasons. And as soon as I see it, and we're bouncing around and we're moving, and I haven't done that shit before, right? I'm trying to charge this thing and be safe and make sure everything's good. And by the time I get it up to my eye, they're gone.
Yeah.
We also got
they were running through the woods.
Yeah. And we got the. Have you gone back to see if that otter is floating yet, Cuz?
It was hey when y'all was here.
It was floating when we were all there. I missed that one.
Like 2 days later when we went to go check again.
Yep, didn't see anything.
It would have floated by then, I'm guessing.
Yeah. Well, good luck on that Nutra-Rat thing.
Otter. It was swimming way too high.
Yep. And so you guys will get to see some of that footage on my channel sometime. I think that'll be the next video upload, is a Sightmark video of us shooting stuff in the face.
Yeah.
The hog, and then Stinger got a couple armadillos and a
possum. Yeah. Texas Heart shot at one of those armadillos.
Yeah.
The other one I got right in the face. I didn't waste hardly any ammo except for on that stupid possum.
Did you use that Sightmark?
Yeah. I liked it. I like it enough that I'm buying one probably Monday. So, we'll see. I got to make sure bank account stuff is all good, but yeah, I'll be buying it pretty quick.
Well, we didn't go through it all, no, and Jeremy was just like, hit that button, boom, boom, boom. It was just so easy for him to use, and that's what I really like about Sightmark's product. They're so easy to use, so simple. They just work.
Riddle Girl's asking if we talked about the stop sign. We touched on that one, Riddle.
Yeah, I don't know how far in depth we should go about it. Probably not very far.
Let's just say I'm not sure if somebody was really excited that we did that or not. We were all a little paranoid there on the road for, I don't know, good 10, 15 miles.
And it just to be clear, it wasn't a stop sign that was on a pole, so it's not going to cause any issues. There's no accidents that are going to happen because the sign is not there. This was a freak thing in East Texas where there was a sign laying in the grass somewhere. We picked it up, fair game, go fuck yourself.
I'm pretty sure it was blown there, and we were just picking up litter.
Yeah, there's going to be no, ill effects because of it. Nobody's going to blow through the intersection because there wasn't a sign there anymore. Just for clarification. But yeah, it was good. It was good. All the food was good. The hospitality was amazing. Shooting guns was fun. The footage we got was cool. Going to the gun shop was amazing. But like I said, the thing that I liked the most was just the camaraderie. And that shirt. There's the shirt.
Yeah.
Got some pictures of it. We all signed it. Getting recognized on campus. Weird.
I can't wait to see that shirt on video.
The old stone fort was cool.
Yeah, I would have loved to gone in that.
But it was very nice that East Texas, cuz here drove us around, because if I had to drive myself around, I wouldn't have seen half the stuff that I got to see and go to half the places I got to go. It's nice when you have somebody that could drive you around their area and you could see the stuff that they see every day. A lot of times cousins look at me and go, "Hey, if I stopped right now and kicked you out of this truck, could you get back to the plate?" No, I'm not. No, I can't. I don't even have any service, so. But that's what I like about it is the being out there, it's just being there and yeah, the pond was cool. They have a really nice piece of land there.
I like the evenings with the fires. I always thought that was a good part. It's like how we always wound it down every day. Beer and fire.
And that's what was cool. Definitely. I agree with 100% because you're doing this all day. You're doing that, and then all of us end up at the same place. And we all have the same, thoughts, and it was cool. We did get some illicit. What was that?
Who lights a fire away?
Yeah, it was. Diesel fuel does wonders.
Yeah, I'll get her done.
Then we got to get some illicit liquor. That was cool. We won't touch on that too much, but that was cool. And no, I know, no, but
let's just say he had a really cool Jeep.
Yep, and just meeting people that are down to earth, real people is what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about this or that or this, but just meeting people that are the same. Like Matt, he was cool as shit. His Indian name was really cool. The meaning behind it was cool. Yeah. But I mean, they're all good guys. They're good people. I'm not saying everybody that lives in Texas is good because I ran into some people that were fucking dick suckers. But I mean, not with that trip, but maybe on the way back. But all the people we met were all really like-minded thinkers, as you would say. They're just trying to get by. They're trying to get by their everyday life. And some of the people we met, Matt was cool. The other people were really, really nice the whole time. Seeing all those wiener dogs was cool. Looking at that sweet Jeep, listening to that mud buggy fucking fire up in the shop.
Man. Yeah, that
just
was...
It was like being at Brainerd International Raceway,
Holding my ears like, and you could hear it in your chest. Oh, hell yeah.
Listen to the power. So yeah, the aftermath was good. Nobody got killed. We didn't have any problems.
I think that's country folk though. Like city is always, people like get the fuck out of my way. I got somewhere to be, yada yada. Right? You get out in the country, it's always a little bit different of mentality.
Well, just in general, like as soon as I got back to my town, and I had my tailgate open, you know, and I'm unloading the cooler, right? So there's half a case of Budweiser in there, some illicit liquor, 2 half-gallons of fucking margarita mix. I'm sitting there putting it in a bag, you know. Caitlin's holding the bag, and I'm filling it up with booze. And one of the business owners comes out and fucking immediately just looks at us and just judge. Just instantaneous, just like, what the fuck are you guys doing out in front of my store? You know, and then they put their nose up in the air and fucking on with their business. And that's what I was talking about, just the people in general. You know, it's different.
For sure.
And it sucks being back.
We should take Cuz to the big city.
No. No. After that El Ranchero incident, I don't think we should take him anywhere. Yep. I almost got kicked out of the Fuzzy Taco. You know. That was cool.
You did.
Not kicked out. I shouldn't say we almost got kicked out. Yeah. Apparently the margaritas are not to go. We'll leave it at that.
Sir, what you are doing is highly illegal. Let me put a little sticker on top of that straw thing there, and you're good now. Oh, okay.
Yeah. And that's what I think is funny is you go from highly illegal with an open margarita in a vehicle to perfectly legal with a sticker over the hole where you put your straw.
Yeah.
That makes me laugh too, like that whole deal. I told my grandpa that, you know, he's 90 and he was like, you know that's illegal to have open container. And I said, but the sticker made it okay.
Not to mention, it was one of these little plastic lids that you'd get off a soft drink at like any fast food restaurant, right? You can easily remove that, take a sip, and put that right back on, still be legal.
Right. Yep. But the intent was not there.
There you go. It's all about the intent.
It's pretty sad when the society has come down to intent.
Predon got. I knew he was going to drop out. Predon got spoiled by the drive-through margaritas and thought he could take any alcoholic beverage to go. I guess.
No, I knew the difference, but who the fuck is going to waste a fucking margarita? Right. You know, that margarita that he bought was like $12. You know that shit. Nobody's going to waste that shit.
I do like the free margaritas. I was explaining that to another restaurant we went to, and they're like, oh, sorry, we don't have any alcohol here. And I'm like, really? What, you don't have a liquor license? There was another place that I went to not too long ago that was giving out free margaritas. Maybe you should think about doing that.
Yeah. I drank both. Me and Caitlin in the yesterday and today drank both half gallons of margaritas. They're gone.
Yeah, that's good. That is the problem with living out in the country is your internet connection.
Yeah, but who cares?
It's a small price.
Yeah, very small price. And I've seen a lot of, like, I know a lot of people have drive-through liquor stores, you know, but that drive-through margarita shit, that's fucking hilarious to me because they give you they seal them, you know, so there's no liability on them, but you can't fucking tell me that people at the 5 o'clock afternoon rush are going there because they're going to wait till they get home to drink. No way.
Yeah, there ain't no way.
I know I'm not fucking admitting to any guilt, but I certainly wouldn't wait to get home to drink them.
Right.
And I ended up with a bunch of fucking this in my pocket.
Nice. Yeah, I picked up a few of those. I've got a ton of them already, though. But I thought, I'll grab a couple from the shoot, you know, a little memento or whatever. I think Cuz still has the majority of them.
Yeah. He said he cleaned the range all up, so.
Oh, did he?
I'm gonna put them in my toolbox at work, so every time I open my wrench drawer, there's a bunch of 300 blackout casings in there.
Nice.
Little things can remind me of such big activity.
Yeah, for real.
So when I'm at work, fucking getting yelled at by a bunch of Mexican supervisors, I can open my drawer and go, "Oh yeah, I just came from East Texas."
So tomorrow morning, you going back?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, and it's gonna fucking blow. I mean, it's gonna blow.
Yeah. Especially the first few days because everything's like shit since you were gone or what?
Right. Yeah, and that's the big thing is since I wasn't there, and I'm not saying I'm a big deal, but shit's been fucking going to hell. And so when I get there, it's gonna be shit's already in hell. But I'm gonna kind of, we got like 8 or 9 mechanics on the staff, so I'm gonna kind of just, oh yeah, it broke. Why didn't you fucking fix it? I'm gonna really be kind of the person that I was born to be, a dick.
Why'd you wait a whole week? You couldn't have looked on YouTube and figured out how to fix that?
Yeah, right. That's what I'm gonna do. We got a bunch of green guys on the staff, so I'm gonna see how they're doing, and we're gonna figure it out. But it's usually the euphoria of being on vacation for a week only lasts about an hour for me when I get back. It's right back into the shit again. And when you go from just being where we were in East Texas and just being there, you really appreciate that time versus working.
Yeah.
And like Cuz, he gets to go, and I'm not saying that his job is easy by any means, but he gets to go back to his job, and he has 20 bosses, but he gets to go back to what he does in his area, and I get to go back to fucking.
Well, on his worst, weekend, he's still at the range where,
Right.
that was the first time I went shooting in a long time just because it's such a pain in the ass for me to go to the range. Like, I know it's a pain in the ass for you too, Predon, but I am in the middle of the city. If I go to a public range, it is so noisy and so overcrowded and such not a fun experience. So in order to get a fun experience, I have to go out to the desert, and even then, it's noisy because there's a whole bunch of ATVs and off-roaders going around. Which it's safe. Everything is safe. Everybody's got their own trails, and the shooters got their own berms and all that. But it's still, if you're trying to make a video, going in the background the whole damn time. Screw that.
Yeah. I'd still watch.
Well, I've done it. I mean, the Comrade 12 video that I did was one like that. I had to edit the hell out of that in order to get some of that noise taken out.
I re-edited the Comrade video, and it turned out really good.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, shit. Yeah, it was good. Should be good. There was a lot of misspoken stuff in the video, but it worked out good. Yeah. And my range is only 20 miles away, but still, for me, when I get off work and I get beat to shit all fucking day, and then I gotta go, okay, let's fucking open the safe and get all the shit.
Do you actually do that? You go to the range on a work day and not like just on the weekends? Okay.
Well, and the reason for that is because all the weekend warriors are at the range during the weekend.
That's right.
So all the working people if I want to go film a video, I usually go either early morning Saturday or I go after work, so.
I get you.
And I got some videos to film. Gunwild would like to have another range tour, like a tour of my range. And so I'm going to do that. And then I got some tracer round videos that I want to film. I want to film behind the targets, so you're actually looking downrange at me, shooting tracers at you.
Nice.
So that'd be kind of cool.
Yeah.
But I really don't have anything planned. I'm gonna use. You bet your ass that I'm going to use this footage as long as I possibly can because.
Yeah. I'm gonna put a few things together from the footage that we got, but the one that I'm gonna put together, and I'll probably use some of the footage because I know Riddle Girl was filming me when when I had the saw mag in there and I was having issues with it. I didn't even finish shooting that damn thing because it's just a waste. Or did I? I don't even remember. But
There was a couple long bursts in there though.
Yeah, I'm gonna use that in a video where I'm gonna rag on Osprey piston system. I'm gonna rag on piston systems probably in general, but I have to say, well, I haven't had much experience with other ones. But
Right.
other people have told me this is notorious with all piston systems, and I'll tell you the experience I've had with Osprey. It's no fun. I would never do it again. I have wasted thousands of dollars on it, and it's nothing more than a toy that's just going to cost you money. Even because if it's going to do that with a bump stock when I originally had it, and now with a force reset trigger, it's going to do that if I pull the trigger one time at a time. It's just going to take a longer. Well,
Right.
I mean, it's going to take the same amount of time. It's just going to seem longer because I'm not dumping them as fast.
Yeah, and when you go from semi-automatic to full semi-automatic, it's different.
It is. Yeah.
So, yeah, no, I'm gonna ease into the YouTube thing again. I'm gonna use because there's a lot of footage that I have that's just fucking crazy footage. It's just, and I'm gonna wait and see what Cuz puts out. That's the reason why I didn't go through the footage yet, because if I went through some of it yesterday and I was like, I need to upload this shit right now because it's awesome. And it just turns out to be the footage that Cuz uploaded today or yesterday of the F&P suppressed. You know what I mean? So I create content a lot. So I'd rather just wait and see what he puts out, and then like that Rick Netherly stuff, that's going to be down the road. It'll be funny, but we're going to be pretty soon here. I'm going to be getting my boat out. So I'm going to be busy doing that and fishing and all this other shit.
Anything from that?
No.
Strictly gun stuff?
Yeah, there's a few like I did a boat tour of my new boat when I got it, just so that and it's for me strictly because I'm going to be running that brand new boat into docks and all sorts of shit. So it'll be cool down the road to go, oh shit, that's what it looked like when I bought it, And so there's nothing more than I'd like to do, to be honest with you, than to have a fishing channel.
Yeah.
I'd love to do that,
Except
but it's
for the
just
editing
so
would
much
suck.
work.
Yeah.
It's just too much work. It's when I make videos, even if they're off the cuff videos, like I have a bunch of footage on my camera that Cuz filmed, and that's cake. I can go through that in a couple hours or an hour, whereas fishing videos is just a whole nother thing.
How long is a normal fishing day? Like you go out to fish for a day?
For us, it's long. We are dedicated. I'm very dedicated to my other sport, which is fishing.
Right.
So our days are very long. I mean, I'm talking 7 hours long, 6-7 hours.
So
we're in a boat.
Okay, so you're in the boat that whole time. So that, like, if you left the camera on, that's a 6-hour recording.
Yeah.
You got to then come up with. All right.
Yeah, you got to come up with those clips, unless I just find the fish and then I know that they're there, and then I hit record and we just start hammering them. Every day is different.
For me,
but my thing is I don't care if I'm catching fish either.
Right.
Like I like to catch fish to feed myself, feed Caitlin, and feed the people that do things for me, and give me venison that they've shot. But the thing is I forgot where I was going with this. But yeah, it's for me, it's just being out there, right? We're on the water. It's just beautiful. You're out in a boat on the water, no care. It's just like being in East Texas. You're out there. I didn't care if we did a bunch of shit. I was just happy and content being there with you and Riddle and Caitlin and Cuz. It was just, for me, I could sit in that fucking chair all day and just breathe East Texas air.
Mm-hmm.
But we only had a week.
Yeah. with the fishing thing, I would suggest like you have one camera that's on the entire time, and then you have other ones that you just turn on, or you have somebody else turn on. Like, so if Caitlin catches one, you turn it on, and if you catch something, Caitlin turns it on to get the
Yeah.
secondary angle on it. You know,
Yeah, it's
I don't
tough.
know.
And
It would
there's
be
the
a pain in
rain.
the ass.
You know, we fish in the rain too, so you got to have GoPros, and I don't have that capability right now. But
Right.
if YouTube forced me out of what I'm doing now, then I would definitely focus my full attention on fishing videos for sure.
Yeah, it's probably still allowed
Yeah, killing innocent fish.
for now. It's allowed for now.
Yeah, but it's a good time. You know, it's more of a, and a lot of times we don't even film more at the range. You know, like before we left for East Texas, I didn't film anything. We just went out and shot and shot and shot, and because people, you've got everybody that watch my channel, they already have seen all my 22 guns. You know, so we just go out and plank. So what do you do then? I'm not going to do a formal video on some shit. You know, which maybe I should just film anyway. But it's kind of refreshing just to not film.
Yeah, no, I get.
You
I've
know,
done that a
it's
couple of
nice.
times. It is nice.
Yeah. So it was a good vacation. I'm super happy we got to experience it. And I'm glad that it actually came to fruition where, you know, Cuz said, "Hey, let's do this." And then I said, "Hey, do you guys want to do this?" And then you were able to make it happen. And it kind of sucks that Mule couldn't make it happen because of his personal life, but I totally get that. You know, I was, for me, that's why I didn't book hotel rooms, because if something happened at the last minute, you never know what life's going to throw at you. And so I didn't know if I was going to make it. You know, who knows? Nobody can tell what tomorrow's going to bring. But I'm just that, and that's why I'm so glad about that. It came together, and we were able to make it happen.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. I'm actually planning on going back to Texas probably in a month or so. We're gonna be we're talking to my wife's sister and brother, well, sister-in-law and brother. Forget exactly about what, but we're gonna go look at some land that she owns that we might
Nice.
end up purchasing, but that's a little bit north of Cuz. But still, yeah, it's a possibility. We're thinking about it.
So how did the one thing that I do regret is I didn't take time to go see Clacker Bob.
Right.
So how did that go? I mean, it went good there.
Clogger Bob's doing all right as well as he can. He
Right.
said that he would have liked to gone and for the day and all that, but knew that it was a trip from Cousins to his house, then back to Cousins, then back to his house, and then back to Cousins. He knows that would have been a lot of trips, but
yeah,
he would have loved to do that. He got a new bullpup shotgun. Forget what it was called, but it's like a newer firearm, and that's pretty cool. 20-inch long barrel. It's about the same length as my Comrade, because it's made as a bullpup, not as a. It wasn't converted. And then he got like these black powder 1800 Army pistols that are really reproduction, but still really
right.
cool. I've been
Those are
looking at
super
those every
fun.
one. Yeah, I've seen them a few times, and I'm always like, I'd love to get into that
Me too.
but I never do.
Yeah, I saw him on the Demolition Ranch channel actually,
Oh, yeah.
and well, yeah, he set like 20 of them up with 20 strings, and he shot all 20 at one time.
Oh yeah, I think I remember that.
And that was kind of cool. And he said they were really cheap, and I would have liked to have one, but it's just getting into another thing.
It's like $250. Yeah. That's the thing, right? It's another thing, and you can buy the pre-made balls, or you could get really into that thing and make your own. I already cast my own bullets anyway, so I could do that. Although I need to work on that apparently.
I remember that.
Yeah. No, ooh, I tell you what, I swear to God that fit when I first made them. I don't know. I think they swole up. Anyway. But yeah, that would be fun, especially for me, because I've pretty much lived most of my life in Arizona and the whole cowboy thing and stuff. So that's always fun to do.
I'd rather just get into 45 long Colt and fucking call it a day.
There's that
But
too.
then trying to find it, and all that shit. But for me, and to be honest with you, I don't like black powder. I don't like anything black powder. And now if I was into hunting deer, black powder, it'd be okay because you're just loading for one shot, one kill, one animal, right?
Mhm.
But if you're gonna go to the range and just fucking shoot 30 black powder balls, it is not for me. I was definitely
Gonna take
born
a
for
while.
yeah, and I guess maybe it's my generation where it's instant gratification. You squeeze the trigger, it goes bang, the empty comes out, another one goes in, and you squeeze the trigger and it goes bang again. But I could handle revolvers because you could load them, unload them, load them, But for black powder, it takes way too long, and the cleanup. Put it in the dishwasher. Okay, I'll do that, but fuck that, and it's corrosive. So I'm lazy sometimes. So if I don't clean it, it pits everything. It. Thank you, Caitlin, for this lovely drink
Thank
that I
you,
have
Caitlin.
received. Oh yeah, it makes me a much more personable guy. What the fuck are you smiling at?
You?
Oh, okay.
You're so funny.
I am kind of funny.
Funny
Looking.
looking.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's got it down.
I suppose
yeah, I had a
Caitlin's
lot of
not
fun.
too excited about going back to work tomorrow either, huh?
No, we're.
Do you guys
Not
work
excited
around
at
the
all.
same time? I don't know if that's too personal. If it is, don't answer it. But
Nothing's too personal.
oh,
No, I'm.
what's your shoe
She.
size?
Yeah, 13.
Okay.
Hers is 8.5. Women's.
Oh.
I work at 5 a.m. to 3:30 in the afternoon, which is a 10-hour shift, and she works at 5:30ish a.m. to whenever they get done. So hers is kind of based on when they get their shit done,
All right.
and then they could leave. Mine is a 10-hour shift every day, no matter what, Monday through Saturday most of the time. But I'm hoping when I go back, they're like, well, we dialed her back a little bit, because that's why I liked working in the industry that I work in, because normally in the summer it's not busy at all. So I have weekends off to do what I do, fish, shoot, all that shit.
Now, do you work 4 days a week or 5?
I work 6.
What? A 10-hour? You work 60 hours a week?
62.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
No thank you.
But that's in the winter now. See, and that's why I actually could handle it in the wintertime, because I ain't doing shit. I ain't doing nothing.
No.
So all winter, I could just bank cash. Just bank money, make a big pile of money on overtime. And then in the summertime, it comes around and like, oh, we only have to work 4.5 days, which means 4 days of production and then a half day of maintenance, because I can't work on the shit when they're running it, right? So I have to do my preventative maintenance on off days. So normally it's good for me because I can have summertime off a lot, and then in the wintertime I just bank the money to spend in the summer. But with the COVID, it makes sense because I work in a food industry. So everybody that was now normally outside in the summertime doing things, they were in their house, scared. So what did they do? Well, they ate frozen meals. They weren't out grilling and shit. They were, right? So all summer, last summer, we were fucking working, busy. I think we produce, in an average week, we produce 750,000 pounds of finished product out the door a week. And that's meals that are in a bag or in a box or in a dish ready to put in your microwave.
Right.
So that's hopefully this summer with the coof declining.
Well, the election's over. Everything should be fine now.
Yeah.
I mean, my
Joe's got
state
her under
just
control.
yeah, it's 3 masks. That's all you need. My my state just took away all of its mandates, I guess. I didn't know. I mean, it was mostly the stores anyway. For the last, I don't know, 6 months, it's most of the places wouldn't even give you a shit if you walked in without a mask, and the ones that did, it just didn't go there if you didn't need to.
Yeah.
And if I had
Yep.
to, I knew that I'd have to wear the mask. I put it on for a few seconds, go do my thing, and then I'm out. Right?
Yeah.
But that makes-
Minnesota's horrible.
Is it?
Yeah.
I would imagine.
Not so much in my area. Like, I can go anywhere. I don't like so through. I'm going to tell you through the whole mask mandate. Me and Caitlin didn't wear a mask anywhere unless well, if I walked in and they said, "Hey, you got to wear a mask or you got to leave,"
Right.
I'll take option B.
Yeah.
You know, and so that's how our mask mandate went. Yes, did we get a lot of looks? Yes. Did we get a lot of shit? Yes. Did I have to deal with people mean mugging me and walking away from me all the time? Yes. But guess what? I don't give a fuck. If your mask is going to mandate or is going to, it was a mandate. It wasn't a law, right? So go ahead and call the fuck cops. I don't care. My thing is, if you're going to infringe on my life and liberty and freedoms, that is bullshit. And I'm still that way. Like I'm not saying that. I mean, I'm a patriotic motherfucking person. I'm not gonna. I don't care. So that's how that whole deal went. I'm not gonna bow down, but that's how Minnesota is. And now Minnesota's trying to get rid of their governor. You know, Minnesota, and people been talking about that for a year now. We need to get rid of that fucker. Everything he did was by executive action, and it wasn't law. You know, it scared the shit out of the fucking economy and the people. Closed businesses. I think you should be able to protect life and liberty. And if you feel that your store needs to be open during the pandemic, let it be open. And let the people come there that want to come there.
Yeah, and if they want to wear a mask, they can wear one.
Right, and that's how it should be. Like in Texas when we were there, it's not a mandate anymore to wear a mask in Texas. But there was people in Texas wearing masks.
Yeah,
and did you see me? And did you see me walking around going, "You stupid fucker! This is a joke."
Yeah.
No, I don't care. If you feel personally that you need to wear a mask for your protection, wear a fucking mask. If you need to wear a clown suit to feel better about yourself inside, wear a fucking clown suit. But don't you cannot, well, and I shouldn't say cannot because they did. You should not be able to stomp on life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, and the pursuit to have a business.
Yeah, who's it? Who are they to say what is an essential employee or business?
Right.
You know, all these people.
Exactly.
They're almost homeless. I mean, they're behind on their rent, and eventually that's going to come due. They lose their job because that's no longer an essential business, and they couldn't afford to keep it open. Now what?
Yeah, and that just fucking burns me.
Yeah.
But it's always been that way for me. I don't understand. I'm just part of the plan, you know. I guess, or whatever. But I feel the same way a lot of people do, and you know, if you feel this is America, it's still America, or I don't know.
It is. It's just, well, what's going to happen with it? I mean, the Constitution's a piece of paper. It takes the people to make it mean anything.
Right. The Constitution is dead. And that's just my opinion. I mean, because it's the people that make the Constitution. It's the action. It's what we do to protect our life and liberty and protect the Constitution. It's just a piece of paper. They're going to stomp all over that shit as long as we let them stomp on it. You know,
And we've been letting them stomp on it for over 100 years.
Yeah. Well,
At
but
least.
the thing is there's people there's people out there that are going to live their lives regardless. And some of us are a little more passionate than others. You know?
Well,
I met a dude
you got to decide what kind of life you're going to live, or a free life, or, you know, how free do you want to live? Well, if you live free, you better know there's consequences to living free. But you
Yep.
take all the precautions you can, and you live free when you can in little moments here and there, and then back to the not living. I don't know. It's a delicate balance.
It is a balance for sure. You know, I met a dude in Joplin when we on the way back. I stayed at a hotel in Joplin, Missouri, and I was fucking making a drink out of the back of my truck. You know, I'm mixing a drink, and this dude pulls up next to me, and he goes, "Hey, brother, you got a mask?" You know, he has a 2A shirt on, and I said, "Fuck no, I don't wear a fucking mask." I mean, I was almost kicked out of the hotel a couple times because I wasn't wearing my mask in Missouri, and I said,
Missouri was
"No, I
supposed
don't."
to be a really gun-friendly state, wasn't it?
Yeah, yep.
Yeah.
And so this dude was, I don't know where he was from, but he was a traveler to Missouri from somewhere else. And he goes, "Hey, I'd like to find a mask, you know, because we're going to take some Ubers and go to some casinos and shit." And I said, "Fuck that mask shit." I said, you know what I say when they ask me to put a mask on? I say, "Fuck you." And he goes, "Amen, brother." And I said, "This isn't fucking Nazi fucking Germany. This is still the United States of America."
Did you have
And he goes,
checkpoints? Or maybe that's just my...
No.
Well, okay, sorry to interrupt then. But
No.
on the way here to Arizona, well, even on the way to Texas, they have checkpoints for us when we get into Texas and out of Texas. And I guess it's because we're near El Paso, and it's a border patrol kind of thing. But they've taken pictures of our vehicle and all that shit, and then you got to get waved through. And it used to be back in the day they would do that, but it would be like, it wasn't pictures, right? It was just, "Do you have any fruits or vegetables?" and stuff like that, right? You'd say,
Yeah.
"Of course I don't," and stuff like. But yeah, that was kind of
Well,
eye-opening and kind of like, wow, I guess I have to stop at the border points and show my papers.
That's crazy.
Like fucking Germany.
That's crazy. Yeah, it's crazy. And I've watched truck driver videos where they go, "We will not fucking tell you shit."
Mhm.
You know, but they still take your picture and take a picture of your license plate.
Yep.
You know, the most I had to deal with was tolls, and I'm not a very I'm not a very smart person when it comes to tolls, so I could never tell if they wanted the receipt or some money. And so I know that in a couple weeks I'm going to get a toll fine for blowing fucking tolls because I just a couple places I just went, "Fuck you, Sue." But there was always really, I paid a lot of tolls on the way there because if you don't pay tolls, if you take the non-toll roads, it adds like an hour and a half to the trip.
Yeah.
Which I'd rather pay them $2.50 and just fucking blow through Oklahoma. Like if you take the non-toll roads through Oklahoma, it's a fucking nightmare. But if you pay them $2.50 to maintain their roads, you're 85 miles an hour the whole way, wide open, no fucking traffic, no cops, no bullshit.
If they're gonna have toll roads, though, they should not be charging you taxes too, for that.
Yeah.
Or your taxes shouldn't be going for that. It should be going for something else. I mean, if everybody's paying $2 that goes through that road, and a lot of people go through that road in an hour, they're making massive amount of money on that. It better be the nicest fucking road you've ever driven on, ever.
And I'll tell you what, it was the nicest fucking road I've ever driven on.
Well, that's good.
Right. It wasn't all fucked up. It was, and I understand, I don't understand like the whole toll thing, but I understand that they use it to maintain their roads. And like the Choctaw Nation Indians, they blocked the whole fucking section of whatever road it was. I don't know what road it was, but so you have to pay the toll to get in, but it was nice because you could just fucking, it's not like going through Kansas City, where you're fucking dicking around and having to deal with people's bullshit, driving in the passing lane. Even semis on a toll road, if you're coming up on a semi and he's passing somebody already, but he's slower than you're driving, he will slow down and get the fuck out of your way so you can just burn. It's it's not just the toll. It actually changes people's attitude. It's weird. You know, there's all these signs that say, "Please drive friendly." Oh, they're driving friendly, and I'm driving fast. Oklahoma, I'm telling you what, was the best state to drive through. Both ways. I don't care which way it was. It was the best to drive through Oklahoma because of the toll roads, because I was just being able to just fly. The worst state was Iowa. Iowa is so full of fucking people that just are. And I'm not saying everybody in Iowa is stupid as fuck, but most of the people, when I got into Iowa on the way back, it was just like, where are these people? They live here? Like, you know, you talk about traffic jams on an interstate, like on a 75 mile an hour interstate, you have 8 people in a semi that are blocking both lanes, and there's nobody else on the highway. All it takes to clear that is just 1 or 2 people to go, oh shit, I better back off and let everybody else through. No, they would just rather stay on a 10-car fucking highway blockage for 70 miles and just fuck everything up. You know, it was shit. When I got into Iowa, I was pissed the whole time.
I bet. What's up, Bikes and Bullets? Oklahoma has some very nice freeways and says, good evening. And then FTRA did agree that black powder is dirty and hard to clean. Which I've never had an experience with black powder myself. I mean, I've made it and I've burned it, but I haven't put it in a firearm or tried to clean it out of one, so.
Yep. I've had little experience, but nothing. I mean, I've heard the stories because I've shot a lot of black powder, but I didn't have to clean it, which was good.
That's a bonus.
It's always nice when you have a friend that says, hey, I got all these black powder guns, let's shoot them. And I said, fucking right. You're going to load them? Yep. You going to clean them? Yep. Perfect.
I'll shoot it. Yeah, no problem. Let's do that.
I'll squeeze that trigger. Yeah, not a lot of people out there in the chat. Bikes and Bullets is always here. That's great.
Yeah, Bikes is here. Riddle Girl left because she had to go to the store. And then, yeah, that's pretty much it. Irish was watching. He might still be watching, but, you know, not chatting. He likes to put us on in the background while he's doing shit.
Yeah. So, yeah, Oklahoma's definitely good for roads, freeways. The tolls can be a little confusing if you're a person like me.
Did you have any issues with what lane to be in? I know the first time I went through a toll road, I was like, what?
Yes.
It's like they have all these signs for all these different reasons why you would be in each lane, and I'm trying to figure out which lane I need to be in, and there is no slow. You don't slow down. You should know this by now. You know.
Right.
Like shit.
I learned that the right lane is always the right lane.
All right. Cool.
For me, because I don't give a fuck. I'm not. You know, you can try to figure out which lane. Like the middle lanes seem to be direct or exact change only.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think the left lane is if you have a pass.
Right.
Like if you're a trucker and you already have a pass, like
or
a
you
Pikes
can buy
pass.
a pass too if you go through there a
lot. You could just blow through. But I always go to the right lane, and the picture I look for is there's always a big sign of a lady sitting behind a desk. And that's the one that, because I want to talk to some lady. Right. I don't want to get trapped in some shit. And I always had change, but I never used the change. I just fucking gave her $3, $5, because toll roads are funny. You know, if you have to pay $5 to get onto the toll road, it's $5 if you drive all the way through.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? All the way to the end of the... Right. So, but if you get off on an exit, you have to have that receipt so that you can give them the receipt at the exit, so then they can pay you back for whatever mileage you didn't drive on their toll road.
Gotcha.
So that was confusing for me, because a few times, you know, the toll road was like 35 to 100 miles long, but I'd only drive like 12 miles. So I'd pay them $5 at the toll, I'd get off, and they'd give me $2.50 back. But a couple times, you know, Caitlin would laugh because I'd look at the lady and go, what do you want from me? You know, do you want the receipt? Do you want the fucking money? What the fuck do you want? Just tell me what you need. I'll give it to you and we're out of here. because the tolls are cheap. You know, they're $5, $2.50. I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
Just tell me what you want, and I'm gone. And they're always like, "Where are you coming from?" And I'm like, "I don't fucking know.
Yeah, I came from what back. Yeah.
What city I'm coming from?
Wow.
I'm coming from Minnesota." But did you come from Oklahoma City or did you come from Joplin? Well, yeah, one of the two. Just charge me.
Why so many questions?
Well, yeah, it's like, and then the lady was like, "Are you on your way back to Minnesota?" And I'm like, "Yes, I'm on my way back to Minnesota, but I'm coming from here to Joplin. I'm not driving all the way through to Minnesota today."
Is she making conversation or is she actually trying to get information to put in the system?
They're trying to figure out how much they should charge me because they need to know where I got on the toll road and where I'm getting off the toll road so they know how much to charge me.
Okay.
Fuck, I don't fucking know. I don't, when I am looking at my Google Maps, I'm not looking at the towns that I came through. I'm looking at where I got to go, how fast I could get there, and that's it. I don't care. Just charge me the maximum so you guys are good on their books, whatever you got to do.
Yeah.
So that was my toll road experience. It was fun.
Interesting. Bison Bullet said, so how was the visit to Texas? Well, we talked about that a little bit earlier, and
yeah, you talk about it.
East Texas was in here
I gotta
talking
talk
about it too.
I got to take a pit stop, so you talk about it.
I won't talk about it long, so you better hurry it up. So, I don't know. It was good. I had a great time. It was a little different because we were expecting more people, but unfortunately that wasn't able to happen. I don't know. It was good. Got a stop sign, which is fun. That's going to be in the back there. We got some footage. We got some other footage we can't show. We killed a hog, and I shot a possum. First time I've ever seen a possum. Right? I believe it was Pre-Dawn. It could have been Miss Pre-Dawn, but I believe it was Pre-Dawn who saw the damn thing, and I'm like,
oh yeah,
I have no idea what you're looking at right now. So one of you all shined a light so I could see this damn thing. I'm like, okay, there it is. And I finally shot it. It took a couple shots to get that one. And it was the first time I seen an armadillo, too. And I saw 2 of those. So that was fun. Now,
yeah, it was cool.
Now I can't say I haven't seen one of those in the wild anymore.
That fucker was playing possum for sure.
Yeah. Well, I shot him. I think I actually did shoot him in the neck. So I don't know if I don't think I paralyzed him because he moved. But
yeah, the first time you missed.
Oh, did I?
The first time you missed, and then the second time you shot him directly in the neck.
Okay.
You just wait till you see the sight mark footage.
Oh, yeah.
It is good. It is clear.
I have the footage, and I'm looking forward to seeing it for sure because I want to. That's hilarious. I made the possum play possum.
Yeah, you shot right behind him, and he went.
I'm dead.
Like he looked. Yeah, he looked right at it. He goes, "Don't move! Don't move! Don't move! Don't fucking move! Don't fucking move!" And then you moved up on him, you know, and I spotlighted him for you, and he was like, "No, everything's fine now. I'm just going to continue to get a drink of this." Boom! And then his head was off. Well, it wasn't off, but
yeah. Hopefully you had some good barbecue. Yes, we did have some pretty good barbecue, and the beans with the meats, those are pretty good.
Yeah, that's pretty simple, right? Yeah. Beans and meat together in one container.
Absolutely delicious.
It
also had brisket. What else was that we had from that place with the beans? Oh, the potato, the massive freaking potato and the sloppy joes, right?
Yeah, they made fun of me the whole week because I got a loaded baked potato with a side of sloppy joe. And the baked potato was like the size of a football. I ate both of them. And 2 sides.
Yeah.
But, yeah, we don't have that around here.
No, we don't. However, when we went to near Dallas, where my wife's brother is, We were telling them that story, and they're like, "Oh yeah, we got those all over the place." So that's a thing in Texas.
Yep.
It's another thing where I'm at. Gerald B's in the chat. We have a new high-speed internet coming into the area. They ran fiber optic lines this week past my house. They will be hooking us up April 7th. Wow, Gerald B, we're gonna have a conversation. Nice. I'm looking forward to that.
Nice, Gerald B. I can't wait.
Yeah, he's got some nice guns. I think he might have something in black powder, but I could be 100% wrong on that.
Yeah. See, like Missouri, like Kansas City, has some of the best barbecue. I should have stopped in Kansas City on the way back.
That's my problem, man. I can't enjoy it as much as I used to be able to, but at the same time, and you guys don't know this because this is the first time y'all met me, but if I had done this last year, there would have been no way I would have been jumping out of the truck and grabbing shit, or no way I'd been going down prone, or basically hanging with you the whole fucking day. I would have had to been like, sorry guys, I can't go do that with you because I just can't. And to have that was worth not being able to eat all that food. That was amazing.
No, you guys look good. That's all I'm gonna say. You know, I mean, I'm glad that you were right there with us. You know, I'm glad that we had this experience together, and I'm glad that you got to understand that I'm not a dick.
Oh, you're still a dick.
But you know what I mean.
Yeah. Bikes and Bullets says, looking forward to seeing Tony and my brother late June. Oh, Bikes and Bullets is going to go see Tony. That's cool. And Gerald has 2 50 cal muzzle loaders. So see, he has something.
That's what I shot, was a 50 cal pistol muzzle loader. It's
How was that?
It was awesome.
Has it got a lot of recoil or no?
No. It's actually on my channel.
Okay.
It's I can't remember the name brand, but it's a big name brand of like 50 cal pistols, and it's almost more bark or more show than it is like recoil and bite.
Right. Well, the Desert Eagle,
still shoot things.
I don't know if you shot a Desert Eagle. I'm sure you have.
Yeah.
Those are probably better than the Smith & Wesson 500 AE, or not AE, the Smith & Wesson 500.
Yeah.
Because I haven't shot either one of them, but from what I've heard, if you're going to shoot a 50 pistol, one of those two, you want the Desert Eagle.
I've shot both.
Yeah.
It depends on, like, you know, the 500 Magnum has more powder behind it, so it has more knockdown power, but it's a revolver. So it's a direct recoil into your fucking hand.
Yeah.
Now with a Desert Eagle, you have that whole big fucking metal slide coming back, so you have kind of a little bit of recoil mitigation there. The Desert Eagle, if you ever get a chance to shoot one, don't turn it down, because it has more bark than it does bite, because the recoil is very manageable. I shot it one-handed quite a few times, and
nice.
They're very accurate.
I've been thinking about getting one, to be honest. I don't know if I'm going to be getting one anytime soon because of everything going on. But no, seriously, back last year, March of last year, before the COVID hit full force, I got the Dan Wesson. Well, the Dan Wesson is the same fucking price as the Desert Eagle.
Yeah.
So I was tempted. Just saying.
I know. I was pissed that I didn't get one. I had the chance when I bought my first AR. Shields had an IMI one, like an Israeli military one.
That's why I didn't get it, and I went with the Dan Wesson still, because I knew that there was something like there's a good version that everybody wants, and then there's the new version that shit nobody, you know, it's just like the Hummers, the consumer Hummers on the road versus the military Hummers, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's how it was. I mean, they're still nice guns, but the IMI ones are the desirable ones because they were made in Israel. And they had an Israeli military one that was gold tiger striped at Shields, and I was like, $1,200? Who the fuck would pay that? And then I find out like 5 years later that I'm a dumbass for not buying it.
Yeah, that's going for over $2,000 probably now. Easy.
Well, they don't make them anymore.
Yeah.
At least the Israeli
I guess
military.
the new ones, even the new ones, are going right around $2,000.
Yeah. I went down that road. I was gonna get a Tiger Stripe Desert Eagle, and then I was like, price of ammo, and then I was like, maybe I should get a Beowulf. Price of ammo.
Yes. Beowulf is nice. If you reload it, it's not as bad because it's a straight wall case. You don't have to worry about brass prep and all that stuff.
Right.
But I mean, that's still, that was a pain. That's a pain in the ass. It's tempting. It's always tempting though. 50 Beowulf sounds. I was looking at doing a pistol, 50 Beowulf pistol.
Right. Me too.
Yeah.
$500 for the build.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. Back in the day.
Fuck, I was so close.
Bikes and Bulls says you were better off buying the Dan Wesson. Yeah. I'd wanted it for a long time. I've been wanting a 1911. Never shot one. I've held them, but I've never shot one. Never owned one. And I was like, well, the Dan Wesson is what I want. I wanted the bobtail. I wanted it all stainless, and it was either the Dan Wesson or the Ed Brown. The Ed Brown was twice as much, and the Dan Wesson has a lot of Ed Brown parts in it already. And there you go. I do want to send it in to get refinished though, because it's all scuffed up and shit. What's up, Transphibian? How you doing?
You made a good decision.
Yeah. Well, then they have the Dan Wesson in 45 or in 10 millimeter. The reason I bought 45 is, well, that's what a 1911 usually is in, and I wanted to get a little bit purist there, not a whole bunch, but a little purist. Plus the fact that I already have 45, that would have been getting into a brand new caliber. I would love to own a 10 millimeter someday, but I didn't really want to do it then. I guess.
Yeah, it's not worth the hype. I mean, there's some, like Eric, he is a 10 millimeter fanatic, and I see why. It has a lot of knockdown power, but it's another thing, I have a 10 millimeter auto, and I shoot 40 through it.
That's cool that you can
10
shoot
millimeter.
both.
Yeah.
That's nice. That is a selling point I did not know about until we had that conversation.
Yeah, I'm glad we had that conversation.
Because, that's the great reason to get a 357 Magnum. Because you don't always have to shoot 357 Magnum. You can shoot 38 Special and be fine. I'm like, that's why I wanted one of those for a long time, too. But
right. And what's weird about, like I told you, I think, my Glock 20 SF or whatever, in 10 millimeter, with 10 millimeter, for me, it's not very surgical. Now, if I load 40 in my 10 millimeter, I could fucking easily remove your tonsils with that thing. I mean, it's very precision, it's super accurate.
Now,
I don't know if it's because of the recoil.
I know Ebomi has quite a few 10 millimeters. Does any of his have like really good accuracy?
Yeah, I'm sure they all do, as he claims, but he doesn't shoot them, so I wouldn't know.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, see, that's the thing. I would be concerned. The knockdown power is great, but you got to hit them first.
Right. And maybe mine is accurate. It's just maybe it's the anticipation of the 10 millimeter recoil, or I don't know what it is, but it's almost like 38 versus 357 Magnum. I know a guy that has a 357 Magnum, and the sights are dead on for 38 Special,
right?
But they're not on for 357, and it depends on the loads, the grain of the bullet you use. It could be right on, or it could be way off.
Right. Like says refinished. Are you stating that you want it Cerakoted or rebrushed? I guess rebrushed. It's got a whole bunch of markings from the Serpa holster, and I just don't like that. And now that I have a leather holster with horrible retention, I would love to get it. I would love to get it refurbished or refinished. Taking all the little marks off of it and shit. And then I don't know. I don't want it to be a safe queen, but at the same time, shit, that bugs the hell out of me.
Yeah,
probably more than it should.
As Stinger drops it out of his holster.
No, that was the Glock. That was the Glock. Thank God that was the Glock. That was the one thing I'm like, oh, I'm glad I was wearing my Glock.
That was funny. I thought it was funny.
Yeah.
But
I had the drops that whole week, man. You'll see that later in the video. I'm sure.
Don't worry, they won't see it. I put
Aw.
I
Oh,
put
you
that
put
clip
that in-
at the last clip in the outtakes.
I don't mind. It is what it
I think
is,
it was
man.
funny.
No, it's great, and you know, just if anything, it's a little bit of my clumsiness, but it's also why do I have to do all these movements in order to frickin' hold that bolt open so that I can put this magazine back in it?
Yeah, that's the one thing about the Comrade that's different.
I'm gonna look into if there's any like kits that I can set that up to act like the Sega with the little
Yeah.
button, because that was really nice back in the day.
But it's real life, you know. That's what's cool about it. Is it's real life. That's what happens. You know, we're out there, and that's why I thought it was cool that Cuz just uploaded the real footage. You know, and that's why I like his channel so much, because it's just all raw shit.
Ah, it's a 1911 in stainless. Let it ride. It has character. LOL. Yeah, I guess maybe. You're probably right. He's probably right. But
I agree with him.
It's my first 1911, and it's all stainless, and it was all pretty and shiny. I don't know.
Yeah, I know how that is. I've been down that road, and I let it ride.
Yeah.
It's sitting in the safe right now, all fucked up.
I don't want
And
to
the
save
problem-
queen. I know that.
The problem, yeah. Go ahead.
No, I don't want to save queen. I want to be able to wear it and carry it. So if it's gonna, even if me having a leather holster is going to eventually lead to shit like that, then maybe I will.
Yeah. And that's how my Benelli was. Like forever, I protected it and held it, like close to my body, and wrapped it in silk sheets and shit. And excuse me, it didn't have a scratch on it. And then I took it out to shoot it, actually at Dead Winter's place. I set it on the bench, and then his dad came by and pushed his AR pistol right up on the barrel, just scratched the fuck out of the Benelli. And I was like, you motherfucker. Like, after all those years of me just, all the hard work that I put into it, all the money, the grip, the barrel extension, the whole thing, it was just perfect. And sometimes I'd open the safe just a little bit, look in at it, and go, "Oh, you're still there, close it." And I bring it to Dead Winter's place, and his dad scratches the fuck out of the barrel. And then, okay, I'm good with it now.
Well, with that was, it's black, right? You can get the little bluing patch kits and the markers and all that stuff.
Been there.
Yeah, I've done that too back in the day with my first AR.
Then the color looks a little different.
It's a little off, right?
And you're like,
perfect.
Might as well just leave the scratch.
Nobody else sees it though. You're the only one that sees that
I
shit.
know.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm the same. I'm cut from the same cloth. I'm the same way. But then I finally did realize that, fuck it. They're there for enjoyment. They're there to be used, and Eric, with his safe queens, which he doesn't have any because he carries all of his holy grail guns.
Yeah.
Right. So
my holy grail gun is the Dan Wesson, to be honest. That was the one that I was like, it's an ounce of gold for me. I have
yeah.
Well, I have AR-15s that were a lot more than that pistol, but they were a little bit at a time.
Right.
Dropping, that was, I think, the most I've ever dropped on a firearm at any one time in my life. So, it was rough. I had my RIA 1911 Cerakoted holster wear. The Cerakote turned out sick. 2 AR tactical nailed it. Irish has pics. And going to have my Colt Officer Cerakoted. Can you Cerakote stainless steel like what I have? I don't know if you could. I don't know if I'd want to. I definitely wouldn't want to. I got the stainless because I wanted stainless. But still, I'm
and right now, go ahead.
No, I'm done.
No, you're not done. You were saying some shit. I was trying to listen, but the lag is fucking me up a little bit.
Yeah,
my lag.
No,
so
you
wouldn't
about the grips. I was just talking about I might change the grips out. But that's about it.
What to what?
Well, I've been looking at getting some 10,000. I collect gold and silver, as you know. I was thinking about getting some 10,000 gold 2020 coins from, the American Eagle coins. I have some 10th ounce coins now, but they're not 2020s. And I want to get the 2020 because that's the year that I bought the pistol. And I want to have those placed in the grips, kind of like the old medallions that they would put in, right?
That'd be way cool.
Yeah. So I'm looking at doing that. I'm not sure if I want to do that with the Kokoboa grips that are on it now, or get some new grips like pearl handled grips or something like that. Would kind of be nice on a all stainless gun.
Yeah.
With gold buttons on it.
It's always the problem of finding somebody that will do that.
No, I know of one guy. I haven't talked to him yet, but I have his website, and I've been looking at getting some pearl grips anyway for the Star Model B for the Pulp Fiction version pistol that I have. If I just break down and get that titanium nitride, I just need to find a place that'll do it shiny. I don't want it matte. I want it to be shiny.
So you and me are in the same boat, because I'm looking for somebody right now that will do the shiny nitride.
Yeah.
For an AK project.
Okay. That's cool.
Like a full AK nitride project. Yeah. But I don't know of anybody in my area. Minnesota's kind of lacking in that portion.
The only one I know of is the one company, I think they're even in California, that Demo Ranch used. Fuck that.
Fuck that.
The only one they do, the only one they do is gold anyway.
Yeah.
Which,
well, I'd even
my
take gold.
The underfolder I think would look really fucking sick in gold.
Yeah.
And
a side folder
would
look really cool in gold.
Yeah, it would. It would. I get your project now. That's cool.
Or Cerakote. I just need to find a Cerakote company.
Cerakote's a lot easier than
nitride.
I have a few guys that'll do Cerakote.
Yeah, but it's finding them that'll do it well. There's companies that'll do it, but they don't give a fuck. They don't give a fuck. They don't care about tolerances and chrome lined barrels. They don't care about that shit. Okay. You know, that's the thing I've learned about coating companies is you gotta watch it, because some people are gunsmiths and Cerakote shops.
Yeah,
and some are just Cerakote shops.
Well, the one I have is my gunsmith, Mr. Silencer, and it's where I actually got my suppressor from. And he worked on my original rifle, put the upper together, so I've been dealing with him over the years. And I haven't had any problems with him yet. I haven't had him Cerakote anything, but he is a gunsmith. So.
And that's good, because you got to know tolerances. You got to know that things move, things go bang, shit needs to work. The safety needs to move.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I've had a lot of fucking companies that'll hydro dip the inside of the barrel. Oh, now it doesn't chamber around. Well, what the fuck did I bring this for you? You know? Wow. I know a lot of artists and a lot of people, but they just don't. I said, are you going to take this apart before you hydro dip it? No. Okay. That's great.
Well, that's good information to know. Shit, I wouldn't even have thought that was a problem.
It's a fucking problem. Dude,
well, I know. Yeah. Well, when I was first looking at getting nickel plated, I knew that, it's going to come back thicker and stuff, but I didn't know it was going to be like that. Shit.
Yeah, there's definitely, because I know a lot of nickel plating companies that'll do it, but I have to take the whole fucking thing apart. And then I almost have to be there during the process so that they know that there's barrel tolerances, there's slide tolerances, there's tolerances for the safety.
Could you stuff the barrel yourself so that the inside of the barrel doesn't get nickel plated?
There was a little bit of lag there.
Yeah, you froze on me anyway. I don't know how that looked for everybody else, but I was asking, couldn't you just stuff the barrel yourself? Because when I've looked into it and I've realized that if I do it, I'm gonna have to do it myself. So you have to pack the barrel so that it doesn't get nickel plated.
Right.
I mean, I guess technically you could do that yourself and send it that way. I mean, it's just more work for you.
It'd be tough. Well, not tough, but I mean, it's always nice to have somebody that knows what the fuck they're doing. First off,
Pre-dawn. I know a guy, his Cerakote is hands down the best. Check out 2AR Tactical Custom Guns on YouTube.
okay. So if there's anybody out there, who was that from?
That was from Bikes and Bullets.
Bikes and Bullets. So Bikes and Bullets, if you're listening still, which I'm sure you are, my email address is predawnedeath@yahoo.com. Send me the link, hook me up, whatever you got to do. You know, it's tough with firearms because some places want you to go through an FFL. I would rather just not. I mean, I would rather take it apart and ship it in parts to a Cerakoter. And there's also a difference between people that just Cerakote the shit and people that are artists that if I go, here, this is what I have, I want you to make it look badass. You know, Jay at Elite Ammunition. No. Nope.
Irish is in the chat. Mr. Silencer laughing my ass off. You put silicone plugs in it. I forget. He remembers Mr. Silencer, yeah, because he had some disagreements with the AR build that happened. Don't remember the silicone plug part though. Anyway,
yeah, you just plug the barrel. But you know, there's like I went through the whole deal with Jay at Elite Ammunition. He's a good guy. Don't get me wrong. His company does a lot of cool ass shit. But when I call him and then say I want some fucking burnt orange shit, some dark burnt orange, and he sends it back looking like the cheetah fucking the Chester Cheeto with the fuck, it was terrible. I'm never gonna go that route again. You know, it's bright fucking hunter orange with spots on it. It looks like a cheetah, like terrible. You know, and so you got to almost have somebody that has some artistic ability in their mind where you can go, I just want this to look cool. That's it. I don't care what color it is, as long as it looks bad fucking ass. And when you dip something in a Chester Cheeto fucking dip and you look at it and you go, Jesus Christ, that's fucking looks like shit. I'm going to send it to him anyway. That's bullshit.
All right. I'm going to give you the link in the private chat here. I don't know if you can see it or not, but
bam.
There you go. That's the 2AR Tactical Custom Guns YouTube channel that Mr. Bikes and Bullets would like you to check out. Oh, and he gone. For the Cerakote and Hydra Dip. Hold up. And what's up, Irish? Cool. I don't know. I guess that kicked him off, huh? What's up, Northern? There he is. There you are.
That's what happens when I click on links.
Yeah.
Gone.
I figured so.
Just
as soon as
gone.
you clicked it, gone. Bye. Well, there was pre-dawn, everybody.
But yeah, that's why I direct everybody to my email address because I am totally illiterate when it comes. No, I clicked on it and I was gone.
No.
It was like shutting down StreamYard.
That's all right. Were you able to at least subscribe or whatever you have to do in order to make sure you see it later?
No.
No? All right.
No. I clicked on it and I was gone and then I was like back into StreamYard.
All right.
So, but yeah, I got to do something. I mean, maybe I shouldn't do anything because of the purist in me, but I'll have to share that story with you sometime off air. It's an interesting story. Yeah. Some AKs were made out of weird parts, came out of weird places.
Well, I remember there was the one story where you wanted to get a burnt color, and it came back.
Yeah.
Safety hazard orange. I remember
fucked up. That shit was fucked up.
Right.
And so I paid for it. I paid for the color, and then they stripped it, and I paid for another color. So I have a Cobra M11 that's now not worth, but
right.
We're talking about $1,200.
Yeah.
Worth of shit.
I would imagine. Yeah, I'm going kind of through that, not with Cerakote, but with that piston driven AR, I've got $4,000 in that. And at least, and it's done. I'm just done with it. I'm gonna salvage parts at this point, and I'm gonna make something out of it. But I think the barrel is still good. I'll probably get that. I don't know. I'll have to put some kind of scope on that. I don't know if I'm gonna put the night scope on it, but I'll put something on it. Make sure the barrel is still good. If the barrel is still good, I'll keep it. But
I'm sure it's still good. It's just that fucking piston system.
Yeah, it's a piece of shit.
And it was made by a good company.
The piston system?
Right?
I mean,
Osprey?
it was a big company, right? The customer service, I gotta say, is pretty good.
Yeah.
And maybe I should call them and tell them what happened first before I make the video. But I probably will, just to give them the, like, okay, what do you guys got now? Because this is bullshit.
Yeah.
I was told that this is good for full auto. I was told that you could go in. Well, I haven't tried going underwater and shooting it. I'm sure it would be fine for that. But
right.
I've been sold all these things, and it's just I'm tired of dumping money into the damn thing.
Well, you heard what Michelle said about it.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I heard a lot from Michelle.
Yeah, I did too. I did too.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens. And I was gonna go piston too, and I decided not to, and I'm so fucking glad I didn't.
I'm gonna give them the opportunity though. I'm not gonna talk bad about them yet. We'll see what they do, because last time they did send me a new operating rod for free, which they obviously should.
Right.
But technically, I would have been happy for them to send me a rail for free too, since it ruined the one that I paid like over $200 for. I had to go out and buy another rail for this damn thing.
Yeah.
And I can still use that rail again. I'll have another build for it, luckily, but still, it's money I'm out.
Right. Yep. I mean, it's a good idea.
I guess.
Piston systems are, and I actually, that's one thing I agree with Michelle about, is the way, because you can kind of decipher when people are shitting you and when people are not shitting you. The way he was talking about the Eugene Stoner design and the first ones versus the precursor ones and all that shit, I get what he was saying about the remake of the Eugene Stoner piston system, and it was going to be designed as a piston system to begin with, but then shit didn't work, and it was pounding the fuck out of the barrel nut and bending op rods and bending fucking piston rods and all sorts of shit. And so I actually believe him on that portion. But when it came to the bump fire stock not being a bipodable or that's fucking, that is, he didn't have any facts.
I did that a
backing
few
that up.
times back in the day. I don't know if I videotaped it or not, but I should have. Well, I mean, if we ever find them from our boating accidents, since I guess I don't think they're fully legal, but I mean, it looks like it might be going that way. So I mean, if it does, I might have to go out on a boating trip out here in the desert. See if I can find it.
Try to find that fucker, and then I'm gonna put a bipod on mine.
Yep, I'm gonna put same, and then I'm gonna upload it and tag his ass and put him right. Yeah, send that shit to him. Say what? Can't be bipoded? I mean, I agree. The whole thing in Vegas is total bullshit, and there is a lot of shit behind that. We do not know what the hell is going on. Like, what's the fucking motive? For one,
right?
And why is there separate windows and a whole bunch? Anyway, there's a lot of shit that we can go into that, right?
Yeah.
I don't think it was bump stocks. Maybe.
Yeah,
it's
but his analogy was wrong, because I watched, actually before I went to Texas, I saw a guy that built an RPK with a bang 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 stock on it, and that's the only way it would run good was off a bipod, because you just bury the bipod in the sand, pull back on the fucker, and it's reliable.
Yeah.
Until the gun breaks.
Yep.
Which doesn't happen very often. So yeah, the piston system is on an AR platform can be kind of finicky, and there's a lot of shit that can go wrong. But yeah.
Well, Michelle
with a trigger.
Michelle knows their shit with certain things. I mean, the whole bolt design they did, and the breakup or the what would you call that? Breaks apart. Takedown. The takedown. That's pretty badass.
It is badass, but it's not badass enough for my attention. Really, I mean, I don't.
Bikes and
I don't
Ball
have
says
any
one
use.
has to have a lot of practice to buy Podobomsky. I don't think I wouldn't even agree with that. I did it first try. It's not, and I did it on a table, right? So it's basically the same thing on a table with a bipod as it is standing up. You just push a little bit forward on the bipod, and it'll slide around a little bit, but it's still there, and it's still steady as you're bump firing it.
And this guy didn't even push forward on the bipod. He did. He made sure the bipod stayed where he planted it, and then he just pulled back on the rest of the shit.
Yeah,
and
you're
then it
just
kept
dragging
firing.
the bipod from away from wherever you're at. Yeah, no, I
Yeah.
get that.
But yeah, there was a lot of things that Michael said and dealt with, and he's a cool guy though. I'm glad that we got to go there and check some shit out.
I'm looking forward to the video with him, Cuz walking in the background. That's hilarious.
You?
I'm looking forward to your video of that incident where Cuz walks behind you while you guys are talking. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a good interview. I mean, it was short. It was only like 5 minutes long, I think, after I cut it all up. But I got the whole "if you wear a mask in my shop, you will be shot" portion.
Heidi, our little girl was really upset that we didn't go back and get those photos of that school sign saying that all the teachers are armed. That was the one thing she regrets.
Yeah, and I actually was gonna go back to like when it was just me and Cuz at some point. When we went to get ice that day, and you guys weren't with. He goes, "You want to stop and get a picture of the sign?" I said, "Fuck yeah!" Except for there's people everywhere.
Oh.
You know, if you looked at like the playground, there was kids on the playground. There was armed teachers on the deck. There was no way I was gonna stop and go.
You know
"Hey,
what I
let's
would
take
like?
some fucking pictures."
You know what I would like? I would like to call them ahead of time and actually see if we could get the teachers to come out with their handgun or with the firearms that they have and just like pose for a picture. If that would even, if they'd even be willing to do something like that, that would be cool.
Yeah. Douglas is the shit. Like their people are the shit. The waitresses at the fucking place, and so when you guys said you were eating at the corner cafe that day, we actually got to the corner cafe when they opened at 7, and there was 25 vehicles there.
Wow.
25. The parking lot was full.
Wow.
And I said, you know what? Fuck it. I'm not stopping.
Wasn't that full when I went, thankfully.
But then we went to the gas station to get gas, and it's the pay before you play type deal.
Yeah.
So I walked in and I threw my credit card on the fucking counter and I said, "Here, you just take this. I need to fill my truck up. I don't know what it's gonna take." And she goes, "Don't worry about it." They were in there serving fucking homemade biscuits and gravy and shit and fucking egg McMuffins that they had made at their house. I was like, dude, this town is the shit. Like, you think about Quick Trip, or any major gas station that makes their own food, except for this gas station was like homemade fucking biscuits and gravy. I was like, holy shit, we gotta get the fuck out of here.
Yeah,
cool.
you like that a little bit too much, huh?
Yeah.
Would you ever go down there? I mean, they have. I know you got family in your state. I would imagine that's going to keep you from moving, right?
I wouldn't move to Texas because of the temperature.
Oh, it's too warm?
Yeah. In the summertime, it's way too fucking hot.
Oh. Well, see, for me, that's not a big deal.
Right. You're going to a less hot.
It's going to be less hot, yeah, which will be nice. Plus, I mean, oh, man, you can see the scenery change from when you go from East Texas to West Texas.
Yeah.
And, it's just like, here we go back in the desert. Everything's brown.
Yeah. No, I actually really like East Texas, but to get to be, I don't know. I don't know.
What's up, Tactical Tony? How you doing?
Mr. Tone?
Mr. Tony's in the chat.
But to leave from Minnesota to go there, and like with Cuz, it's cool because his whole fucking family grew up there. You know what I mean? That's all his family's land, the property. He knows people. He knows where he can get a job. He knows all the people that he can plumb for. He does all the shit. And maybe it's just my skittishness of leaving comfort to go to, you know, I would almost have to have property there and a job before I went, okay, we're leaving.
Well, I know they have manufacturing plants that would need your kind of services. The land, you got people that you know down there who will put in a good word for you. I mean, if you were serious about it, yeah, I think you could probably swing that and get a nice piece of land. That's what we're hoping to do, is get an actual piece of land. Biker Bob is in the chat saying hi and cheers from Canadistan. I can't pronounce it. And Tony says, hey, Bikes and RG, and Bob, and Pre-Dawn, and Stinger. What's up? He's saying hello to everybody.
Yeah, so there would be nothing better than to live in Texas on a piece of land that you could have, you know. But here, I actually do, and I shouldn't say this, but I actually enjoy the seasons. I actually enjoy the winter a little bit, just a little bit. That's
crazy.
Well, because like I said, sometimes there's 30-degree days, snow on the ground, just fucking beautiful.
To be honest,
everything is crisp.
To be
it
honest,
kills all the bugs.
It does, and that is nice. When I lived there, I was at my heaviest. Well, I didn't live where you're at, but when I lived in the snow in Wisconsin, basically the same area, Fond du Lac, Wisconsin, 6 feet of snow. They measure their snow in feet, not inches.
Yeah.
All right. It's so big that when there's so much snow that they have to plow throughout the season that you can't even see the people walking on the sidewalks because there's big mounds of snow between the road and the sidewalk, and they're basically trenches that you have to walk through if you're walking down the sidewalk. It's crazy. I hated it, but I was also really, really big, and I slipped and fell every year, busted my ass every year, and there was nothing for me to do because we were poor as shit. And I was fat and out of shape and couldn't physically do much. So, I mean, to go back there now in this condition with this financial security that I have now, which is better. It's not because it's better, but it's better. Maybe I'd like it more. I mean, snowmobiling sounds fun.
We don't get feet of snow. You know, we get 6 inches at a time, 5 inches, 3 inches, 1 inch. But you still have to deal with the ice and the slipperiness. But I just buy ice cleats, so I have extra traction.
Yeah, I never got those. In the 10 years I lived in Wisconsin, I never bought those. I should have.
Yeah, I have a torn ACL because I fucking slipped on some ice because I was too stubborn to wear ice cleats. You know, but I actually enjoy the changing of the seasons a little bit. And I say a little bit. You know, if I could find a state that was 70 degrees all year round, 73, that'd be perfect. But you know, there's the grass is always greener on the other side of the fence.
It is.
I would love nothing more than to be neighbors with Cuz.
Oh my god!
You know, and just
you wouldn't have any money.
I'd be fucking broke as shit.
You'd be broke. You'd be shooting every fucking day. Yeah, I know. For me, I wouldn't be able to do it. Not with ammo prices the way they are right now. Screw that.
Yeah, but I mean, you could have adventures without shooting. We didn't shoot every day.
That is true.
Almost every day, but not every day. We still kind of just fucking imagine working with that guy. You know, if you were like a plumber, I would never get nothing done.
It depends. I'm sure there's people that he has and they're employed that can't get away with shit, right? They do one little thing wrong and he's on their ass. And he's probably got other friends that work for him that, you know, they can kind of get away with shit. I would imagine.
Yeah. So,
like, if you worked for him, yeah, you could do whatever the fuck you want. Both of y'all probably wouldn't get anything done because you'd be too busy doing other shit. Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah. So it'd be awesome to be able to do something like that. And I love Texas. I love the people that live in Texas. I love the atmosphere, at least that we were exposed to. You know, there was a lot of. I'm sure if you live downtown Nacogdoches, or even downtown anywhere.
Yep.
You have your same problems, the same bullshit, complete fucking drug addicts that are trying to steal your shit.
I would imagine.
You know, that's what's nice about living out in the country. like that with a pasture, you know. And I'm sure things will change for him because that's not really his land anymore. That's his uncle's land or whatever. Or maybe it's his and his uncle just takes care of the cattle.
Oh,
I'm
the
not sure.
pasture where you were staying?
Yeah, it's gorgeous.
Yeah. it
Fucking
is.
gorgeous. But his uncle's house is like right there, right next to the camper.
Oh, well.
Yeah, I could wave goodnight to his uncle every
Yeah,
night.
I don't think I saw all of that.
Well, when you looked across the pond, that was his uncle's dock and shit down there on the pond.
Okay.
So,
but Gerald B gets his stitches out from his falling on the ice here pretty soon. Biker Bob, I still got ammo stocked up from Obama getting elected.
Yeah, me too.
Pre-Dawn needs to experience Dallas-Fort Worth. Yeah, I'd experienced enough of that on this trip. And he can see the blue part of Texas. It's feeling much better than it did, says Gerald B. So Gerald B's feeling better. That's good.
So that's good, Gerald B. Get some ice cleats for sure. Don't fucking fall. It only takes one time and it's over. You're fucked for the rest of your life. As far as the Dallas Fort Worth area, fucking blow me. I'm not gonna. That's the thing about any big state or city, like anything. Kansas City. When I drove through Kansas City, I fucking despised everything about Kansas City. Now, if you get outside of Kansas City and you own property out there with cows and cattle and you're fucking your own rancher and you can provide for yourself, that is the American dream. But if you have to live in Kansas City or in Dallas or Fort Worth and you have to be a slave, even if you lived outside of Dallas, like way outside of Dallas, and you had to drive into Dallas to do your work to make money to provide for your family, all right. But if you live in Dallas, any big city is, in my opinion, just a fucking, it's terrible. I'm in Minnesota. If I drive to the Twin Cities, which is very small compared to Kansas City, compared to all these big cities, it sucks to try to drive an hour anywhere. Even if your work is only 20 minutes from where you live, you're driving an hour. You're in traffic. You're having to be fucking pissed before you get to work, and then you're pissed at work, and then you get off work and you're pissed because you have to drive through traffic.
Yeah.
You know, life is so fucking short. You know,
that it is.
And that's why I'm kind of content of where I live. Work pisses me off, but I live in a very, very small town, so it's not crazy. When I got back to Fairmont after driving through Kansas City, I'm like, Jesus Christ, why is everybody driving so slow? Oh, because I live in a small town. That's right.
Gerald B fell in a hospital parking lot. Yeah, so he had to go and send his wife, I believe, to the hospital. She had something go wrong. And then he fell in the parking lot and broke his ankle. So at least they got to be in the same hospital at the same time, I guess.
Gerald, get ice cleats. They're worth it. They're worth it.
I would imagine. So, LOL, yeah, that was pretty messed up, but at least you were able to get treated quickly. Big blue cities are a target. Are they? Big blue cities. Well, I mean, I guess if, situations evolve.
Yeah.
That's a ways off, I think. I haven't been around the news a lot lately. I don't see any murmurs.
Me neither.
As far as I know, everybody's perfectly fine with President Harris. The things that she's enacting.
Yeah, everybody's happy. At least everybody's happy with Biden. I'm glad that everybody's getting their stimulus money.
Yeah.
Everybody's super happy. The economy's good. The American dollar is booming. We're all just happy. That's where I'm at. I don't give a fuck.
Hey man, that Stimmy's gonna get me a new night day scope.
Yeah.
It's gonna be badass. That or
Definitely.
at least replace, maybe Frankensteining my old piston AR into something usable.
Yeah, like a gas impingement system.
Yeah, I think exactly. I think that's what it's going to take. It's not going to take a lot, all right? I just need a
No,
new bolt carrier
no.
group. I need a new. Well, I'll probably get a new. I don't need a new gas block, but I might get a new gas block just for the fun of it. But I don't have to. I could just get a gas tube.
Yeah.
A gas tube and a bolt carrier group, and I'm good to go.
That's definitely the way I would go.
Although if I wanted to change out the barrel, maybe that could be my reason to get into 50 Beowulf, but that would probably be a bad idea since
Bad
it's
idea.
a whole new caliber.
It's a bad idea, Stinger. Trust me.
It is. Yeah, I know it is.
Stick with 5.56.
Well, I want to stick with 5.56 and 300 black. Right now, I only have two 5.56s. One of them is the piston, and the other one's is Kansas's rifle, which, you know, that's a special rifle to me, not one I want to go abuse and run through the mud. So yeah, making an AR rifle that I don't mind, you know, throwing around in the back of a truck or whatever. Yeah, it might be all right.
Or something you can put your new trigger in and make it run super reliable.
Well, I mean, that does have the new trigger in it, so it'd be pretty easy to get it to work. Maybe I'll look into getting a rail that's easy on, easy off, something I can take on and off really fast, because right now I have a 150 round drum mag. I'm pretty sure if I dump that, I'm going to burn out that gas tube.
Yeah.
Especially if I run it suppressed. And the reason why I'm thinking, you know, might run it suppressed is I do plan on getting that quick disconnect for the suppressor, and that will go on the 223 just fine.
Yeah. Yeah, you guys got the hookup. Rifle suppressors.
I like them. I really do.
Yeah.
Although that FN 45 was that was too easy. I was telling my wife that's at least on the same level as my Dan Wesson as far as being accurate with me. Like, I can shoot that as accurate as I can shoot the Dan Wesson. I can shoot that Dan Wesson pretty fucking accurate.
Yeah.
And, oh, yeah, I'm looking at that 15 rounds carry capacity.
I love it. I carried that gun forever.
Yeah.
Till I couldn't keep my fucking pants up.
Yeah.
Imagine carrying that thing suppressed.
Yeah, I don't think I. But it's cool that you can get it, and then yeah, I don't know. I don't think you could carry it suppressed. It's just too damn long. You'd be like near your knee if you're carrying it on your hip. You'd have to have something like, you know, straps to your chest that goes down your shirt like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
And even then, excuse me while I whip this out.
Yeah. That's why I carry the FN9. It's a little bit smaller. Well, a lot smaller, a lot lighter, but it has the same trigger. You know, it has the same function. I've always been a fan of FN, and that's why I had such a hard on for the FN 509 in the gun shop, because that thing is the pinnacle, in my opinion. It's the pinnacle of 9mm pistols. The FN 509 striker fired.
Is it different than the one you have?
Yeah. Well, it's you could hold 21 rounds.
Okay.
If you wanted to, in a damn near flush mount fucking magazine.
Yeah, Riddle Girl's pistol holds 21 rounds. 20 in the mag, 1 in the chamber.
Yeah.
I'm like,
that's the
you can shoot all day.
Yeah. And I'm not saying I'm a bad shot, but I'm a bad shot. So,
well, under those stressful situations, you don't, unless you've done it, you don't know how great a shot you're going to be.
Right.
I mean, I guess a lot of people do the running and gunning just so you have that adrenaline, but still,
yeah,
that's not somebody trying to take your life.
Well, and the FN 509 is a combat pistol, so it has like the hooded rear sight in case you had to drop it, or in case you had to rack it on your belt loop or belt or whatever. It's a very combat orientated gun. It has a threaded barrel right out of the box.
I do like that.
The mag capacity is crazy. The trigger is fucking amazing. It's an FN trigger, so it's amazing. And that's one thing I really drew me to FN guns was the trigger right out of the box. You know, they're just such good triggers. Even double action trigger, it's just so smooth, and the break is so clean. And I didn't know much about handguns then, but when I picked that fucker up, I knew that it was the one that I wanted. And the 45 is so ergonomic, just everything about it. It's a good suppressor host.
Yep. I mean, you can get suppression. I mean, 147 grain pistol ammunition for 9mm, and that'll suppress it. But
yep.
I mean, I'd looked at getting that in the HST for a long time, and I haven't looked at it lately. But that would be what I would carry if I had it. But then once again, am I going to carry a suppressor?
Yeah, that's why I bought a 45 suppressor, because it's already subsonic.
Yeah.
And then anything below that, you can work down 40, 9, you know, whatever. You just put different end caps on it, and you're good.
I mean, it'll cut down on the amount that it can suppress, right? It won't as like if I put my rifle on my 30 cal can on a 5.56, obviously it's not going to suppress as well as it could if I had a 5.56 suppressor.
Right. But you heard Cuz's 300 blackout suppressor on his 5.56.
Yeah, and it's still hearing safe. At least it's
pretty quiet.
Yeah, it's pretty quiet. The XDM 3.89mm is nice, in my opinion. It's very smooth. Well, the XDM 3.89mm is what Riddle Girl carries.
Yeah, very nice gun.
It's a nice trigger.
And that 40 that Cuz had, the 40 XDM Tactical, that was really nice. I didn't shoot it, but I got to dry fire it a few times, hold it. Feels really ergonomic.
I think that's the one I shot. Either that or it was a Glock. I can't remember. Okay, I did.
No, it was a XDM 40.
Yeah, that's right. It was the XDM. No, that was nice. It was just like shooting Heidi's gun. So wasn't bad at all.
For 40.
For 40. It also was a longer, it was like full length barrel, right? So it's going to definitely cut down on any kind of snappiness. So, I mean, and it didn't seem too bad. It seemed like shooting a 9mm, really.
Yeah, it's a heavy gun. But
Riddle Girl is considering selling her Springfield XDM 9mm and getting a Glock 17 as well as a Glock 19 or 26. The 17 would be my purse carry. And my other one would be my belly band gun, because she really likes that belly band. And I really do like my XDM 9, but it's a bitch to completely break down. Here's the thing. You didn't have to break it down, hon, for one. And for two, I really didn't have to break it down either. It's not that hard to field strip it and clean it. But it is a pain in the ass if you want to take it down to its bare bones. It's over-designed.
Yeah. That's what I like about the Glock 43X that Caitlin carries. It's small, fits in the hand. It's only single stack, but you can still get extensions for it. You know, it's a nice gun. It's small, lightweight, good for belly bands.
I'm never going to do it. It's on Stinger to do that. Oh, to break it down? Yeah, no, you're good. You like the Glock trigger over the XDM? I don't think she does. I mean, well, first of all, the only Glock trigger she really she did shoot Caitlin's, I think, right?
Yep, and she said she liked it.
Yeah, the only other one that she shot is mine, which I've worked on that trigger. Oh, it's got the ghost trigger. Well, it's not the ghost. Is it the ghost connector? It's the connector, right? That goes on there that makes it lighter and smoother. And then not only that, but I sat there for hours polishing that shit. So, I mean, it's about as smooth as you can get on a trigger for a Glock, but it's still a Glock trigger.
Definitely. You know, if you have a carry gun, you don't want a hair trigger either.
Yeah.
You know, under adrenaline and duress, you kind of want to know that you're going to break that shot off.
Yeah.
So, anyway, well, I think I'm going to hit her, Stinger.
Yeah, I think that's good.
Super glad that we got to hit Texas, and I hope we can do it again. It was amazing. I had a lot of fucking awesome memories that we made, and I'm
Yeah.
glad I got to shake your hand and
Same.
Heidi's hand, and it was good. Cuz was
Same.
fucking amazing. His wife was
Yeah.
cool. Everybody that we met was cool. I really enjoyed going to the wiener dog place.
Yeah.
That was cool.
That was
he,
amazing.
you know, he has such a little place, you know, right? And we were all in there all together, and I got to take some 180 shots.
It's a hell of a garage and a very small house or place to live, I guess.
Yeah, but that was cool. It was cool shaking his hand and just meeting some real East Texas dudes.
Yeah.
And people that live there and have lived there forever, and they do what they do. That was really the pinnacle for me, was meeting people like that.
Right.
So yeah.
Sweet.
All right.
All right, man.
Well, you take it easy. I'll see you soon.
All right. Yeah, will do. See ya. Peace.
Later.
All right, so I'm going to answer a few questions here. However, it's not that much different to keep me from doing it. Difficult. First of all, I don't think Riddle Girl should get rid of her XDM. I think it's a perfectly fine gun. And it doesn't do what it does to me, right? So when I shoot her pistol, it pinches the webbing in my finger. Or, you know, between the thumb and the finger. It fucking hurts. Like, if I had to use it for self-defense, it wouldn't be that bad. Right? Because it's only a few shots. But when you're sitting at range day and you're sitting there and you're shooting a couple hundred rounds, that fucking hurts. So I don't like that part, but that does not affect her. She does not have that problem. The part that was a pain in the ass to break down, it wasn't a pain in the ass to break down, it was a pain in the ass to put it back together, was the grip safety piece. And I know I didn't need to take it all the way apart, but I took that thing down to its bare minimum because I've done that with Glocks. And Glocks, you know, you can do that with. The XD, there is so much to that. Oh my, the ejector in the slide. That one was one that they're like, you shouldn't pull that out. Well, I like cleaning my ejector on my Glock, right? So that's one of the things that I like to clean. Anyway, I can do the field trip. It was awesome to meet you too. Sorry I didn't get that in time. Glad y'all made it home safe. Yeah, we did. Nobody got pulled over, which I'm glad on that one because that was a worry of mine for sure. Yeah, everything went well. Nobody lost a body part. We had a good time. I thoroughly enjoyed it. If they invite me to do another one, I would definitely do that. It did feel a little bit awkward for me at first when we first got there, just because it's like I didn't know Cuz as well as Jeremy. That's Pre-Dawn, right? Pre-Dawn, he knew Cuz East Texas Outlaws a lot better than I did. So for a day or two, you know, it was kind of like a little out of place here. And then, you know, I'm also not edited there, so sometimes I make stupid comments because I don't know a lot of shit. I didn't grow up around this. I grew up around guns, but I didn't grow up around a gun culture because even though we had guns, we shot them like once a year. And it was a bunch of 22s. I didn't have experience with different firearms and stuff like that. And there's a lot of things that I didn't get experience. I was very sheltered as a kid, so it comes off as weird. And I understand that it comes off as weird. And it's something I try to talk to myself in my head or ask myself the question in my head and like, okay, does this sound weird? And usually I'm pretty good at that, but you know, in a new situation with new people and all that and having a good time and just trying to be on vacation, I forget about that. And then all of a sudden, you know, stupid shit comes out of my mouth. I'm like, wow, that was dumb. But it is what it is. We had a great time. The hunting night was probably one of my favorites. If I had to really think about that, yeah, that was really one of my favorites. It's funny too because every single night we were there up until that point, I was like, "Are we gonna go? Are we gonna go hunt some pigs? I really want to hunt some pigs." And everybody's like, "Yeah, maybe, you know, and all that." Finally, we're like, everybody's like, "All right, let's do it." And Caitlin didn't really want to. right? She doesn't want to go see animals get shot or whatever, right? But she does go. And by the end of that, she was so hyped. I think she was probably the most hyped of all of us because she was back there. What? Let's go kill some shit. I want to pop their heads off. Let me have the rifle. I'll shoot them right in the face. Right? So that was cool. I also learned what a Texas heart shot was. I never heard of that before. Never. So once again, I'm 46 years old now, and there's still a lot of shit I have no idea. Never heard of a Texas heart shot. Pulled it off. Shot an armadillo right up the ass. In fact, I've been thinking of new channel names, and one of them was Texas Heart Shot. with the logo being an armadillo's ass with a bullet hole in it. But that was fun. The pig that we killed, we're running up and down the road, as Pre-Dawn says. I'm looking out, I'm in the back window. Pre-Dawn's in the passenger seat, so I'm right behind Pre-Dawn, right? And I'm looking at that... I'm looking at where the brass is going to come out. I'm like, that's going to come right on me. But I'm also looking out the window, looking for hogs. And then all of a sudden, I'm looking down and I see a hog running next side to the truck, running towards the front of the truck. And he's beating the truck, right? And I'm like, there's a hog. And everybody's like, where is it? Where is it? And I'm like, right there. Never mind. And as soon as that's when we hit the hog and hit a speed bump. I do have a little bit of footage of not that part, but after we got out of the truck and Pre-Dawn going and shooting it. So that'll be fun. I do plan on uploading some actual videos to my channel. So if you're not subscribed to my channel, make sure you check that out. There will be videos here and there. I don't know exactly when I'm going to get around to it, because I'm usually pretty busy, but we'll see. Road trips can be hairy, far away from home, plus people suck at driving. Haha, glad you guys made it home. Yeah, me too. What's up, Broken Patriot? You came in here at the end. Just wrapping it up. Just talking a little bit of stuff at the end. The first armadillo, first of all, I'd never seen an armadillo in the wild. I wasn't even, and here's one of those moments where I ask myself the question first before I ask it out loud. If me shooting an armadillo with a 300 blackout, will it even hit it? Or will it even hurt it? Or will it bounce, will it ricochet? Because I've heard they've had a hard shell that it's hard to shoot them. But then I was like, it's a high-powered rifle-ish. It's a 300 blackout subsonic, but it should be fine. And obviously, we're out here, and they gave me the gun and told me to shoot it, so obviously it's not going to do that, right? And so I didn't ask that question. And I felt, now that I've said it, it is what it is. But these are the kind of things that I have to go through in my head before I even speak half the time. Anyway, so the first one, I shot dead on. Like, I just shot at its foot, at its front foot, hit it right in the head. Instant down, armadillo dead. Second one did the Texas heart shot, and then the third one was the possum. I didn't see it. Pre-Dawn said he saw it immediately, and I couldn't see a damn thing. Apparently, he could tell from the nose poking up with the whiskers, and I didn't see none of that. They had to spotlight it, and then I shot it. I missed. The damn thing played possum, which was hilarious. Then decided that it was safe to continue, and then I shot it in the neck. It was still squirming. Cuz comes up, grabs it by the tail, and slams its head down into the dirt. I'm like, okay, well, that'll do it. But yeah, I was happy not to waste much of his ammo on that, which was kind of cool, I was like, yeah, I got that in a pretty good shot. I mean, it took Pre-Dawn 3 shots to finish that pig off, and we ran it over twice. So we got some footage of that somewhere. Anyway, I was busy being a grandpa. Oh, yeah, well, that's cool, man. That's cool. You can go back and watch it if you want. I think it's 2.5 hours, 2 hours, 40 minutes-ish worth of stuff. Anyway, that's going to be all I've got. I want to get some dinner. We might watch a movie. We're going to just kind of chill out. And I will be on the evening catch-up tomorrow night on my channel. So I hope to see all of you there. Until then, though, thanks for watching, everybody. Peace out. Be safe. Live dangerous. All that shit. Live free. Peace. Rise up!